Talking about good head?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Off Topic. I'm here. I'm your host, Michael. I'm back. Did you miss me? I missed me. Joining us this week, we got Jeff Ramsey, Lindsay Jones,
Hello.
Chef Mike Harris.
I think your people like me
You gotta
more than they
follow
like
that.
you
Why
guys.
didn't,
Wait, hang
why
on.
didn't you do him last?
Hang on, and Jeremy.
Eric.
He was at your house.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I also want to make sure that everyone sees we don't really look that much alike.
You're like a bigger version.
We're bald.
Yeah.
You're a larger
bearded.
version. Definitely have a bigger head.
I'm the daddy.
Jeremy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Now it's weird.
I was going.
He made it weird. I just sat here.
You
My
just
bad.
accepted it.
I
We've
thought older
got
brother, you took it another way. That's fine. You do you.
got some sponsors for this episode.
Who you got?
Stuber, Bespoke, Stitch Fix, and Marvel Tops.
Wow.
You like Marvel Tops?
God damn.
Okay.
What do you guys want to talk about today? I got a couple things. I got some. Everybody loves when you talk about travel. I got some travel stuff.
Oh, you got
Dude, I
travel,
have
okay.
travel. I'm not even gonna talk
I got
about
a
it.
pants
You can take the
shitting
travel.
story. I got.
You did shit
good.
pants again. That's the story. Jeff shit his pants again.
Before I forget, I actually facilitated a little present for my brother. Is that how you want
Younger
me to?
brother slash
my
apprentice?
Younger brother.
Oh, okay,
So,
yeah.
I think somebody might be bringing that out in a minute.
Oh, this is an honor.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Jeff Dooley in the house.
Wow. Oh, you got like the cross. Look at the neck. That's chef right there with that like straight.
Hand stitched by
button.
me. I mean, I did not. I did not.
I was like, the man
was
of
not
many
me.
talents.
Nothing.
Yeah. Well, Mike.
I did not do that.
Holy
We
crap.
tested it out.
Somebody told me to like do this.
It
I
was
don't even
8
know.
seconds before we started, and
Hey,
Chef
you
Mike
did-
was like, "Eh."
Yeah, I'll do that.
That's cool.
God, guys, I want to be a chef.
Chef
Yeah.
Dooley.
Well, you just need the jacket, right?
You need the
Yeah,
jacket.
that's all
That's
you-
it. And the bald head.
It's just
And
like a
you're
doctor
chef.
too. You put on like a stethoscope and you're a doctor.
If Food
just like
Network has
that.
taught me anything, you need that, and then you need to pose like this as the camera rotates around. You gotta.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And like
Right.
hold a pan ridiculously.
yeah,
Do the top one?
You look like a chef already.
I do. Or you
do?
can sometimes just like fold that one over if it's
I'm gonna
really
do
up
what
in the
you
neck.
do.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I got so much I want to ask you about being Chef Mike at some point today.
were-
So, which one are you talking to?
Yeah.
I don't
This
know.
one?
I don't know.
I'll let him answer.
Pull
for
it
me.
up a
Go
little.
ahead.
That's
You got
Chef
this one?
Jeremy Mike to you.
I was gonna
Hold
say.
the neck up.
Jeremy
There you
Mike.
go.
That's good.
Yeah.
I was at a food
Wow,
festival.
look at you.
That's so fucking cool.
pretty
You
good.
look legit.
Now, dude, this takes DHD to another level. If he's
Yeah.
the guy serving hot dogs, people will buy it.
Oh, absolutely.
Those are gourmet hot dogs.
You put the chef coat on, you just like ooze authority.
Yeah.
Like
Ooze
you know
on
what
food.
you're
It's
talking
dripping
about.
out of his
That's
sleeves
true.
right now. Look at it.
Yeah, I cook with rum.
What do you got, Jeff?
Oh, so I was at a food festival in Austin 2 weeks ago called Hot Luck Festival.
Okay.
Which is I don't know if you've.
It's like potluck, but hot luck.
It's like the people that made Fun Fest are doing like the food version of what that was.
Food.
So it's called Yum Yum Yum, and it's called Hot Luck, but then I was surprised to see Christina Tosi was there, who is a famous baker. She's on MasterChef and MasterChef Junior. She's like the blonde lady, one of the judges, and she made some fucking cereal milk ice cream, which is one of the
Nice.
most delicious things I've ever had. But that got me wondering: are you friends with are you in like the famous secret chef society?
No, not
You're
even a little bit. I will say this. You have famous chefs,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have chefs with a lot of behind-the-scenes influence. So,
Yeah.
The unsung heroes.
correct.
Of chefs.
So, to put things in perspective, McDonald's serves 31 million people a day in the U.S. It's like something like 60 million a day across the world, and we're one of the most recognizable brands in the entire world in any category, not just food. So like the stuff I make will change the stock price, or I could potentially buy up the world's resource of a thing. Nobody knows. So, like there was a project where we wanted to add fresh blueberries to a new thing, and our supply chain was like, if you did that, you would literally buy all the blueberries. I'm like,
Like,
oh,
is that
what
an-
size? They're like, no. All of the blueberries available in the world, we
Are
would
ours
take
now.
them all. So there are a
Could
lot
you
of things I
rename
can't
them at
do.
that point?
Could I rename the
McBerry.
Yeah.
I don't think I have that kind of authority. You know?
Somebody does.
I am not the boss, but I serve all of the famous chefs that are like known in the world. I probably have served times 100,000 more people than all of them combined.
Oh, I assume so,
But just
yeah.
nobody knows who I am.
Yeah.
That's
We
it.
know. They
Well, I
know.
mean,
Yeah.
the select few,
They know.
all
Yeah.
these people.
I'd like you to elaborate a little bit more. So we went out last night with Chef Mike, took him
we
to
did.
a steak dinner place. It was
Delightful.
awesome.
Steak
Went
dinner
with Jeremy,
place.
lovely wife. I'm not going to say the name of the place.
I had water there also.
Why not?
Delicious.
Yes. From the way you described it, is you're in the kitchen with 3 other chefs. So I said you guys
Right.
are the elite 4 of McDonald's. You got to battle them, and then you move on to what you described as, I thought, a Justice League council, where you have to approach them to get things approved or
That is
disapproved.
correct.
Yeah.
So I am not the boss. There are 3 other chefs, and one of those is like the boss, who's still also a couple ranks because we're such a big company. But then we have a global menu council. So if there are certain McDonald's items that are across the globe,
like the
your Big
Illuminati.
Mac, your
Yeah.
chicken McNuggets and stuff like that. If we adjust the recipe or change things, we have to like get a big stack of papers with numbers and documentation like, can we do this? And they will say yes or no.
Take it to the GMC.
Over
That's
this.
right.
This brings me to another question that I didn't realize I had till this moment. And I'm still not done with the other one. But it's like when we go to Australia, like we just did a tour in Australia in January. These guys, and by these guys I mean Jeremy and Alfredo, ate at McDonald's every night for 2 weeks.
Thank you for your business.
Oh yeah, no problem. It was within walking distance.
But A, because it was in walking distance, and B,
Perfect.
because they were drunk and
And by
hungry.
that I mean.
But C, because they
pretty far.
swear McDonald's tastes better in Australia.
It is different. So in the U.S.,
The
it is-
ingredients are different, or
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So importing and exporting of food items is very difficult. So
Yeah.
like even in Canada, they try to source ingredients from Canada because every time you cross the border, it's a pain in the butt. And the
Yeah.
volume that we do, the more we have to ship things, the longer distance, the more it costs.
Okay, so it's like
in Australia, you want to use Australian beef, you want to use Australian ingredients because slow boating stuff over there would take so long and it's a big old pain in the butt. And then we have people in each of those countries who actually tailor the food to those people's taste preferences.
Do you have any interaction with those people, like the localization?
A little
chefs?
bit.
Yeah.
So I'm more specifically to the U.S., but the global team is in our same building in Chicago.
Because I assume they have to worry about like quality across the board.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, our food safety is actually number 1. Quality control is number 2. Of just making sure that we're serving people safe stuff, making sure that's consistent across the U.S. or whatever country that is. But then it's also, like I said, tailored to the specific region. So Canadians have a little different taste preference than us, even right across the border, which is pretty interesting.
Since you said Australia and Canada, I just want a little tidbit for you if you want to whisper it to someone.
Sure.
Roo burger and moose burger. Thank you.
Moose
Done.
burger.
Moose
Yeah.
burger.
I want to
That
eat
one's
Roo burger?
it. Yeah, kangaroo.
She loves kangaroo, man.
Well,
Do you really love kangaroo?
it's delicious, and I
It's
felt so
Chewy
bad.
and like.
I'm not
It's
a
all
big
right.
kangaroo.
She
love it.
loves it.
I love
it.
I had it
Yeah.
one time. I was fine with it. She was just like, I want it.
Like
I'll
it's
eat
meat.
more.
That was about
It's
it.
meat.
I
I'll
know,
take it.
I thought it was great with some hollandaise sauce. Mwah.
That
I
sounds
love it.
fantastic.
Yeah, it was
I'll talk
delicious.
to a guy.
Kangaroo and hollandaise.
Yeah,
I don't know how
felt-
much kangaroo meat is available to serve. That's-
McDonald's is about to
Australia,
buy
it's
all the
all the
kangaroos.
kangaroos are now gone.
It works though because they're overpopulated.
Exactly, that's what I
Yeah,
heard,
great.
yeah.
The McRoo.
That would help
That's
cut
it.
down.
Oh my god.
They're like pests.
The world supply of blueberries and kangaroos.
We would be, that would not
Decimated.
be good
It's
for business,
weird.
but-
In Canada, like every burger has maple syrup in it. So they're just used to it.
If you invented a kangaroo blue burger,
Oh my
There we
god.
go. We're still
So-
going.
Oh my
so-
god.
It's still going.
Now see, I love kangaroo, but then I pet one the day after eating a kangaroo steak, and I felt a little bad.
Then you ate
I
one the
don't
next
care.
day. So
like, aw,
you didn't eat that one.
you're
though.
delicious.
That's fine. I'll say hi to a cow. I don't care. Like I
you
am, but
say hi to
I
a
just
cow
had
a
a
lot?
burger. I don't care. Yeah, and I'll be like, you're cool.
I bet more people on Earth have. Like I probably, if I just think about however long I live, I don't eat a lot of fast food anymore.
years.
As like, you get older, you cook at home more and stuff. But I bet I've eaten more McDonald's than any other brand in my entire life. And I probably, if I never ate another McDonald's hamburger, which I'm not going to do, but if I stopped eating McDonald's today for the rest of my life, I probably still would never catch up with another brand. That's
quite
And I bet that's the case for almost everybody, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well-
when I was a kid growing up, hamburger was McDonald's.
That's what. Yeah, same.
Yeah, it's like how you, like all soda is Coke, you know, and then like if you want something different, you have to differentiate. That's the way it was at fast food restaurants. You want a
Excellent product
burger,
placement.
it's
I
McDonald's.
I like Coke as well.
A Big Mac and a delicious crisp Coke.
Well, like, despite having a bunch of options like in my town, I don't think I even tried like a Burger King till I was like 20
Yeah.
or something. You know what I mean? Like it was just always if they were like, do you want fast food? It meant, do you want to go to McDonald's?
Yeah, no, that's what it is. It's like
Yeah.
you want a Coke, you get it's all Cokes are Coke, but if you want a burger,
Yes.
it's always McDonald's. You'd have to differentiate. I mean, I'm not gonna name any of those dirty other competitors.
Right. Oh, yeah.
But I'm not gonna dignify them with a name. But you're like, do you want that bitch with pigtails? You're like, no, I want McDonald's.
I have no comment on that. Too. I will say this for reference:
Leave it alone.
we are 3 times bigger than the next biggest restaurant, which I think is a pizza place of some kind.
Yeah.
But we are
Pizza
literally
Joe's, I
3
think it's
times
called.
the size of that
Fox's Den.
across the world. So we are by far the biggest restaurant in
Yeah.
the world.
That's
I
fucking
know it's
crazy.
not specifically for the food, but as a kid, McDonald's was Happy Meal, awesome, free toy. Play an N64 inside of the play place.
true.
Fuck yeah, I'm there. I don't care about any other competitors. I want to go to McDonald's.
I'm so old. I remember when the extra value meal came out.
Really?
Yeah,
No.
and that was such a big deal.
Such a deal.
Like $2.99. It was in high school or middle school, and it was like I remember that. I remember when McDonald's started taking credit cards. But that was not the case in my entire childhood. Up until I was probably 20. No, I was probably 19 before you could go and pay for McDonald's with a credit card.
I was about to call bullshit on that.
Bullshit. You were 19.
Oh, it was probably 20. No, 19.
No, I think I was probably 19, 18 or 19. Because I remember the first time I ever did it was in San Antonio. And I was like, you can pay with a fucking credit card? That's ludicrous.
I don't
Welcome
get
to
it.
the
Somebody's gonna
future.
steal this. I don't want to know.
Right.
Yeah, or like, yeah, great. Now everybody in America is going to be full of
Remember-
credit card debt on hamburgers.
Yeah.
You don't even know it.
I remember, this is maybe like 10 years ago, and this is just me. Maybe it's probably varies from person to person, but I remember being in like, fast food or wherever, and everybody's paying cash, and then somebody uses a credit card, and I would just be like, he's fucking spending $3. Like, you gotta use a credit card. Good job, asshole. Now I'm like, you have money? What the fuck are you doing?
I know.
Use your credit card to get the hell out of the
Wait,
way.
tap.
People giving you change?
Tap it.
What are you gonna do with that?
Apple Pay.
Get out of here.
From what I
Fucking-
understand, they moved to credit cards because the check writing process was taking too long for $3 burgers.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
I still remember people using
$3.
checks.
Just
at
because
the
you
store.
said that,
There you go.
I'm
Go.
gonna order from the dollar menu and be like, "Thank you, writing a check out.
Yes.
Thank you very much."
I need to make
So-
a couple.
I don't
Let's just
think we
ban
accept check.
paper
I'm
money.
pretty sure.
All right, get rid of it.
So how often are you in the lab, Eminem style, right? In the lab,
Nope.
just doing mad fucking McDonald's creations?
I do a lot more of like consumer testing where I'm behind mirrored glass and
you
serving
watching people.
Oh yeah, it's behind mirrored glass.
Pick up the sandwich and eat it.
We need 5% more sauce on that burger. Or what do you think of this lettuce? Is it good, bad? Do you
Right.
want more or
I'm
less?
just imagining Parks and Rec is like, this salad looks kind of weird, so I hate the whole thing. It's like,
I will
all right,
say
okay.
this. When somebody's behind mirrored glass, they don't know the brand that they're eating. Some of the conversations they have, like there was one time, so I do competition barbecue stuff on the side, and I made this awesome barbecue sauce, like what you would find in a competition and all that. Put it on a sandwich or whatever it was, and somebody eats it. They're like, "Oh, what is this? Just give me the McRib sauce." I'm like, "Okay, I mean, that's
I got
what the
that
people
too.
want." But that's what's very different from my job is it's nobody's coming to Mike Harris's restaurant. They're going to McDonald's. So I'm making it for a specific consumer. And my job as an R&D chef is not to like change your opinion on what you want. It's I find out what your taste preferences are and I tailor it.
Shovel
to what
it
you
in.
need.
Oh,
What
that
is
helped me
your-
help you.
Yeah, right.
Gotcha.
Can you say what your biggest invention is?
The biggest internet sensation is a nameless sauce, which I cannot discuss. But I have also done like I helped with the 3 sizes of the Big Mac, the barbecue glazed tenders.
I feel like we helped with that too.
We helped, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Everybody.
We got the fourth size was us.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you did. That was amazing. I do have something to say about this, though, that I posted publicly that you should have only used the Grand Mac and the Mac Jr. because those beef patties are all the same size. So you would have had a much more stable sandwich.
Nothing we did was
Yeah,
about
yeah.
stability.
Okay, that's
fair.
Well, then
Hence
throw
the
that out.
skewers
Throw
that
out.
we put.
It was enough just
Unedible
fighting
skewers.
Ryan. He's screaming at us, just trying to build this thing.
Oh, Ryan was trying to put nuggets in there as well. Remember that?
You get a layer of nuggets.
He wanted, I don't remember
He wanted,
exactly
like,
what
4.
He wanted 4, and we were like,
Like,
I
in
think
each
we put
layer,
1. We
4
ended up putting
nuggets.
1. He wanted 4, and we were like, science, you've gone too far.
Yeah.
And he was
There it is.
yelling about it.
That
Look at
monstrosity.
Oh, yeah,
this
there's
is the
Monster
screamer.
Mac.
Look at that.
Yeah, Monster Mac. Man.
So when videos like this
When's
happen,
that getting sold?
Nice
and
shirt.
now obviously we have a relationship, we're all best friends and stuff. But when videos like this
Super good.
happen
We're
and
best
you don't know
friends.
who
This
we
is
are,
awesome.
do people at McDonald's, like in the headquarters office, just watch this and go like, idiots?
No,
No,
they
none of
will
them watch
say,
this.
I mean, we are a very conservative brand, but rightfully so. Just
Yeah,
because,
for sure.
You know, everybody is trying to be slanderous on the internet these days. So they may look at something, and if it's like adulterating our brand or negative to the brand in any way, or could it be spin that way, it's keep it out of
What's
our
negative about this?
That too.
I mean,
on.
it's pretty gluttonous. I will say that. Like, you know, we do post
yeah.
calorie counts on every menu
We
item
didn't
on
post
the
a
board.
calorie count
So that's you
video.
could have done some math and. But,
Hey.
yeah, you know, so it's depending on what the
Michael,
content
dude, that
is,
was
they
love
may
of life.
engage with it.
Well,
or
surely
might not.
retroactively, someone watching can diagnose what the calorie count is of that item. Please write it
The
down.
internet
I'm-
is gonna do that
I'm
for
too
us?
lazy. Do that.
That's a poster right there. You know, look at that. It's like you get the joy on my face. You could package that and sell it.
Look at how McHappy.
And
you
yeah,
are.
you
at
are
that.
very happy.
Look at that.
You are definitely happy. I love it. This is what I love. This is delicious.
There goes the Big Mac.
I think I got some of that nugget.
I'll be
That's what
honest,
it's
like a
about.
lot of things we do, especially food related, is disgusting. We just take a bunch of shit and combine it until it's disgusting. That was just a giant, delicious Big Mac. I remember people were like, what does it taste like? I'm like, it tastes like 5 Big Macs just
Yeah.
shoved into one sandwich.
What
It's
was-
awesome.
What I was wondering about is all the McDonald's that you blended together. Like, what was that?
Well, that wasn't just
flavor
McDonald's, to
experience?
be fair. That was everything.
What did we add? I forgot.
Oh,
There was like
stuff of
every fast
everywhere.
food thing.
Yeah,
That was
like
my
every
perfect
fast food
day.
chain
It
had
was.
something.
It was.
I remember I
you,
gunned it into
you
your mouth.
lunch gunned it into me.
You
It
call,
was
well, you called
chunky.
did you call the Big Mac the? Was that the piece of resistance?
Yeah,
that
that
you
was the
called it?
piece of resistance.
The piece of resistance.
The cherry on top.
Yeah, that was
Just like that.
So when you watch like cooking shows on TV, like a Gordon Ramsay show or like Chopped or whatever, as a professional chef, do you watch it and you're just like idiots? Or like that is not the right way I would have done that. Or
I wouldn't say it depends on the show, because there are some where, you know, if it's more reality TV show based, sometimes they acquire contestants because they are ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah,
and
for
it's
sure, for sure.
entertaining
Yeah.
versus you know, a show that's more a teachable moment where they bring a little more credibility to it. So like I would much prefer Iron Chef over
Right.
like
Kitchen
you know,
Nightmares.
Yeah,
or
something like that.
Hell's Kitchen.
Cupcake Wars.
One of the ones which is not necessarily a food show that I love is Bar Rescue.
Oh
That
yeah.
scene with John
Yeah, yeah,
Taffer.
yeah.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
the big giant guy?
Yeah, who's
They've done, they've done a
That
couple of
guy?
those in Austin actually.
That dude is,
Yeah.
I will say, as far as who I think is the most like legitimate bar restaurateur guy is him.
Really?
Because he uses actual like statistics. If it's this restaurant is wrong for this area, change it. Or your brand has been slandered so much, you need to change it. Like he knows how to do that versus just make tasty food and the people will come. That is not necessarily how
Yeah,
things
Gotcha.
work.
That's like the original. I don't know if you ever saw it, but the British Kitchen Nightmares that they based the U.S. one off of was still
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay. You watch the first couple episodes of that, and he's like taking dudes to the fish market and showing them
Yeah.
how to buy the right
That-
fish,
it's got-
and
it
how
was
to
a little more
price
legitimate
it. And like
first,
if you're
yeah.
gonna pay $8 a pound for this, and you need to charge this for it to get your money, to get your return back, and all that. And then you watch Kitchen Nightmares in America, and it's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
it's
it's
fucking
just-
It's all about the
disgusting.
drama.
Yeah.
And like Michael and I have been watching, like I hate to go for one reference that people know a lot of, but Great British Bake Off is awesome. I watch
show.
that a lot. And it's night and day comparing contestants in America who are like screaming at each other and shit's flying everywhere and something's on fire to Great British Bake Off where it's like, oh, do you need help?
Yeah,
oh,
team
help. You want to
atmosphere
borrow
and
some of
all
my
that.
ingredients? That's fine. No problem.
The
Like,
hard part is the distinction
wholesome.
between if you're a great cook, that's awesome, but that does not mean you be a great chef because there's so many other things. Like you said, food costs. You're being a leader in the kitchen. You have to organize the kitchen in a certain way. Food safety, sanitation, branding. If it's your name on the door, you're doing advertising and social. So there's a lot of other things to being a chef than just, I could cook great. That's awesome. So my gist is, I would be okay in like a mystery basket scenario. I went to culinary school, worked in fine dining and all
your
that.
secret
but
ingredient is cotton balls.
like,
Oh,
great,
yes.
this is great. What do I do with this? So like,
thinking
but if I knew
custard.
who the judges were ahead of time, I would do research on their flavor preferences, where they grew up. Are there things
spy.
that when exactly? I'd get data to support.
went into
all right,
your
I know
life.
this person likes bacon. This person is a bakery folk, so I'm going to do something like that. So I tailor my menu to the judges versus. So like a mystery basket, I'd be okay, but I don't think I'd be dominated.
That's
I've
why
shaped
this
this one like your
motherfucker gets to
son.
call himself Chef Mike.
That's
'Cause
also
he's
why
smart.
when we filmed a couple videos with Chef Mike while I was here, that's why he was like yelling and screaming and like insulting people because
yeah.
he researched and he
did the
like,
research.
Absolutely,
these
like this is part
These
of
people are
I need
these
to
people
point
are
fingers,
animals.
yell at
Cut them
people.
down.
I
cut
need
them
to
down.
be an animal.
Right.
You were a menace.
Oh, man.
We shot a couple of fun
We
videos.
played a lot of lying games. with
Deceit
Chef
was
Mike. Deceit,
beautiful.
Trouble in Terrorist Town, stuff like
Beautiful.
that.
Poker face.
I gotta say, Jeremy is by far the best in Let's Rolls, lying Let's Rolls, but it is nice to have a Let's Roll without him in it so everybody else has a chance to
Yeah, I
lie.
heard
We
that.
played a
today.
game and we just kept accusing you.
Yeah, you
We
were,
did,
you
we
were
kept
all
accusing-
the
you weren't even
time,
there, we
and
kept
you weren't
accusing
even
you.
there. It was awesome.
That's fine.
We
Well,
did
Jeremy's
talk about
lying.
playing some
Off the bat.
Overcooked or something with you, but I feel like that'd be too stressful for you. Like I don't know
I
if you
don't
had
think
like
it'd be stressful for
flashbacks to the
him.
kitchen. Like,
Well, it's the same scenario. Like I play guitar. Obviously, we're we collaborate a little bit on it. I was there. But like I cannot play Guitar Hero in any capacity because I hear the song and I'm like, oh, I know how the song really goes, and that does not sync up to the button pattern, and I
Much
get all
like
confused. I'm like, I
people
can't
who
do this.
Are good at Guitar Hero does
Are not
mean
guitar
I'm
players.
an
Play
expert
guitar.
guitarist. Yeah.
Where's the
Guitar Hero.
It helped with
I can do the
timing,
Dragon Force
but-
song.
Where's the yellow button?
Yeah.
Where's the yellow button?
Your
I don't
guitar's broken,
comprehend.
man.
now I have
Where's-
to ask too. Since we took you out last night, I was a little worried that it wouldn't meet your standards.
What are
of
you,
meal.
nuts?
Is it okay?
I am personally easy to please, so like even when I travel, it's like get the cheap hotel close to the place, and I'm not that. I'll just go to wherever next to the hotel. Like I'm not. I can
Mick
turn it on. Like
wherever.
if you need to if you need me to be ultra critical, I can do that. But a lot of times it's.
I want you to be ultra critical of where we took you.
I'm gonna be
last night.
critical
I know,
of
I know,
your
I know.
comment right now.
I thought it was fantastic, and my
Excellent.
mind was blown that a certain Jeremy likes his steak extra rare. Like
Just
it was
rare.
It was like
Bleeding.
moving still. It still was like twitching. It was
So good.
unbelievable.
In fairness, I
was like,
ordered it
ooh.
just rare. You know, I didn't order it extra rare, but it came out. It came out like.
It's a good steak.
Can you order something extra rare? They just slide it
don't
off.
Some
think
places
so.
let you order
There
it
it is.
blue.
Black
Yeah.
and blue.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you walk into any McDonald's and get McFree food?
Free.
Is there like is there some sort of like FBI badge?
I mean,
Like,
I have like
I'm your
corporate card
McBoss.
that I
Give
can
me-
do it,
give me
but
the- yeah.
Usually because we're actually a big like franchisee company, so
Yeah.
owner operators. That would be me taking money out of their pockets, so I
Yeah.
usually just pay for it.
I wish somebody would tell these guys that with the Achievement Hunter shirts.
Those cost money, man. Just wear the chef coat.
but
from
we're
now on.
selling
I
it.
got a
You'll be
chef
golden.
coat.
But we're selling it.
Yeah.
It's got patches on it.
And because
Check out
we
the
have
Christina
something
Tosi
like
dress.
it's like 250,000 people work for McDonald's in the U.S., so the chances of them knowing who I am is 0. So if you're going, hey, I know Chef Mike, they'll be like, I don't care. Here's the check, please pay this, or whatever it is. So
Goodness. Now going back a hair, are there any chefs
one.
I don't
or
have
someone
hair.
I know, or anyone who publicly makes food in any capacity that you're like, this is my idol. I love this guy.
it is Rick Bayless and Alton Brown are my two
Okay.
go-to. Rick Bayless is my favorite. When he won, was it MasterChef's? Or one of the first ones, and there was a bunch of chefs that made all these fancy, upscale, most expensive things.
He won Top Chef Masters.
Top Chef, that's what it was. And then he came out with very authentic Mexican food, which is not as, let's say, glamorous and all that stuff, but because of how he builds the flavors, how he, encompasses that region and how they cook, and people were just blown away by his,
Well,
he seems legit.
I have 2 of his cookbooks, and I remember that season. And I think he is credited as being one of the people to help bring Mexican food into the limelight as an elevated cooking type
Absolutely.
of food.
Yep.
Which it obviously is. But he's got that mole sauce that takes 27 ingredients, takes 3 days to
Is
make.
it like Tex-Mex that has brought Mexican food down a little bit? I
Probably.
think.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I think.
As
Yeah,
America
it's like,
often does.
Yeah.
Once
Texas
again,
often does.
We're gonna
Who
take
is
you and put you in our place.
who is anyone to tell anyone
Sure.
what your flavor preferences are? So
Fair
you
enough.
know what? Maybe an Italian American individual likes pasta just drenched in marinara sauce, which is not how they would eat it in Italy. But if that's what you like, go to
Go,
town.
baby.
Get a lot of that from
I will
Gavin,
have my mayonnaise
Yeah.
and like
of
it.
like Italian food in America, and he's like, "What's your Italian?"
Coming from England, yeah, his
Well,
boiled
he's
food.
half Italian.
Yeah.
too.
Oh, half a
true.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it when he talks
He's
like
like,
this. Bangers and mash. Right, yeah,
He's not even
toffee pudding,
British.
right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
He's from England, but he's not really from
Oh,
England.
yeah, that's true. It
He
sounds
moved there when he was 12.
Yeah.
from where? Italy?
No, from
No, we hate him.
Somewhere?
Somewhere.
An
Stab
unnamed
his
country?
land.
He crawled out of the sewer at some point, like a fucking.
That turtle ooze did
It's like
not
a tadpole.
him
Yeah,
so
he was
well.
a tadpole, and he sprouted a nose first, and it just all grew from there.
I think it's the byproduct of the ooze
Yeah.
with the turtle.
That's
The
amazing.
turtles were
He
made
was
in
the
Gavin.
5th Ninja Turtle, but they just left him behind.
Right.
I'm gonna do everything really slow. Look
He was
at
a-
me.
You're
Wow,
describing
that's
you as a
turtle.
bird. Okay. Please.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What was it? Hero Turtles. Yes.
Hero Turtles.
Teenage
Ninja
Mutant
Turtles
Hero
exists
Turtles.
That's what they
Yeah,
call it
yeah.
over there.
That's weird.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
Ninja was like too violent.
And Michelangelo doesn't get
He had a grappling hook.
He had a
instead.
grappling hook
Everybody else
instead
had their
of nunchucks.
swords and knives, but he got a grappling hook because nunchucks were too far.
But a
Yeah.
grappling hook, is that interesting?
Yeah, which
Right.
also
We've
Like
seen the
sharp.
damage that can do.
Right.
This is true.
Much
You're
more
yanking one
devastating,
towards
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Goodness. Now, being from Chicago, do you like deep dish pizza?
I do like deep dish.
Sweet.
I also like regular kind of pizza.
Do
I
you like
You had a home slice today.
Home
How was
slice is
that?
delicious.
Do you
I
like
liked it.
Detroit style pizza?
I do
Because
like
that's a
the-
thing
yeah,
now.
absolutely.
Yeah. Which I feel like is a
at me.
like a direct competitor to Chicago. Deep dish pizza. They're very similar.
What they say is that like true Chicagoans, although they like deep dish, there's a bunch of like amazing pizza places in Chicago, and I'm from the suburbs, so we have a bunch as well. Like
Yeah.
there's I think it's Peace, isn't it? It was like one of my favorite places in Chicago, but it's more traditional, like wood fired and all that fun stuff. Deep dish is also delicious. It's just different.
Yeah.
And I like New York style. That's delicious too.
Also
just
tasty.
like all the pizza.
There it is.
And if you don't want to call it pizza, I don't care. I'll eat it anyway. Whatever you want to call it. I don't care.
Pizza.
Yeah. The only
Exactly.
like good pizza we have here is home slice.
I mean,
That's not true.
That's not accurate.
Via 313.
said it,
I
I
think Via
said it.
313 is better
In
than
my
home slice.
opinion,
I love
home slice is the best.
Oh, Via
but
Via
there's
313 is the
disagree.
best pizza in
I-
Austin. I would
That's an opinion.
hands
Jeff.
down.
That I haven't had that yet. I don't think.
It's so
Eastside
good.
Pies is also good.
Eastside Pie is okay.
It's good, but it's not home slice.
It's not home slice. I
It
agree.
was quality. For lunch today, it was awesome.
Awesome.
I heard the pizza at Little Deli is really good, but I don't.
You're a little deli.
Thanks, man.
Oh, that was just out of
Is that
nowhere.
a compliment? I don't know.
Yeah. 'cause
And
it's
no,
little.
that's what's little?
He's little.
It's hard to
He's
tell.
What do you want to be a big deli? You
I'm a tiny little
want to
twink.
be a big deli?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Change
Yeah.
your pin.
I'm thinking about Jason's Deli in a very different
Are you
way.
playing
now.
games over there?
Are you
What are
big
you
or little,
doing?
man?
Yeah.
What's up?
It's level 8.
He's doing some little clicky clicks there.
Did it work?
I think it's off. I don't even think he's.
There's just a blank
There's
screen.
there's nothing.
Can
on
you
it.
chill out? We're gonna fix it in
Yeah.
post.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
This
Yeah.
is why I said Chef Mike can't be live.
Did you see the
'Cause
video
I didn't
when
trust him.
Michael was so drunk that he tried to search his email by doing the general search on a computer?
Absolutely.
I didn't
Yeah,
try.
that was great.
I did it.
Yeah.
Did you
You
get? Did you
did.
find it?
Yeah.
there
Go to
you go.
search and type email. It'll
That's
show
what
up.
he did.
There you go.
No, you pulled up like
Make
a
some
Word
salt.
document and you were typing.
Right, and then you save it and you
Ridiculous.
send it as an email.
Okay.
That's how you do it. That's
He
fine.
was 2 steps ahead.
Technology needs to catch up to me.
That was a post harsh off topic. I
Yes.
think, Yeah.
It was like an hour in. Lindsay's driving me home.
No, 5 minutes post that, you're trying to check your email. 5 minutes post that, you go, no, we're playing Siege. And I was like, we gotta go home. You are so fucked
Right.
up.
The thing about it is though.
No.
The thing about it is though.
5 minutes past that, I'm subbing in for you because you go, I can't do it.
I think I also.
The thing
left
about
that
it is,
video.
people seem to forget. I yell crazy and outrageous things always.
That is a fact.
So when I'm drunk, I don't lose that cognitive ability. It just doesn't sound like I'm fucking around. It
becomes
sounds like I'm
enhanced.
crazy.
The hamster wheel's still rolling.
But like,
But
there's
what
so many
comes out-
times where I'll the next day or later, sober me, watch drunk me, and I would have done the exact same thing. I just wouldn't be tripping and falling over myself or like slurring my words. I'm actually quite proud of like hammered Michael and the consistency of my normal brain, where it just doesn't come across as much.
Consistency's weird. Like with that, like I've noticed, especially the last couple of years, if I go back and watch any old Achievement Hunter videos, like old Let's Plays and stuff that I don't remember, there's like a 75% chance I'll make a joke in
Yep.
my head
Yep, and
that
then you say it.
and then I
You
make
say
the
it.
joke on camera like 10 seconds later. And I'm like,
Gavin says something in a video, and you're like, "Nice one, idiot." Then you go, "Nice one, idiot,"
And you're
in
like-
the video, and you're like, "Man, I suck."
I am talk about a one note.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
like
consistent,
one
and
note
at the
wonder.
same time, you're just like, "Oh, I'm not."
Like, that's
I'm not
so-
even original to myself.
And you're like, that's so impressive and not impressive at the same time. It's so the opposite of impressive.
That's how you make an awesome
Yeah.
T-shirt. You put whatever you
Consistent,
just said
though.
on there. Boom.
Yeah.
Nice one, idiot.
Listen, if I keep saying it,
It's
must
Gavin's
be
face
funny.
going,
Yeah.
Or you go like, I gotta get new shit to say.
There was a good moonball incident yesterday.
you
I don't
should
know. Were
see
you
that
around
on
for that?
social media soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
God.
Oh man,
I
I
think
know
I was
that
in the
was.
room, but I didn't see it.
I was on the couch and I was
Yeah.
just like,
Gavin got
oh, right
it.
there.
There you are.
Wailed. Yeah.
Gavin got
Perfect.
one. Right? Ryan got him right.
Yeah.
I think it was Ryan. Got him right in the dick. Like a
Ooh,
hard.
in the wee wee.
Hard in the wee wee. Like
well,
dead on wee
Ryan
wee.
like whips the moon ball.
Yeah,
he
he
goes
does.
He
so
does
hard.
Baker balls.
He takes
He's
all
Baker
of his
balls.
But he doesn't
Ryan,
call Baker
Ryan
balls.
and
He's done them.
Alfredo.
They
Alfredo
both
really
do it.
fires them
Alfredo
off.
is even worse than Ryan is. Alfredo just guns them.
Well, because Alfredo is playful with it.
puts
I
it
feel
in a
like
gun.
Ryan is actually malicious. Where it's like, I want someone to get hurt.
The intent
Yeah.
is malicious.
Like,
yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like Alfredo's getting
Kill.
Gavin back
Ryan
for
hates.
like, over a year of that.
Have any of y'all been flying American Airlines lately?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, I didn't catch your mess.
There's
I
some
caught some
sketchy-
tornado mess.
There's some sketchy American Airlines shit
I
going
flew-
on. I wish they would come out and say what it is.
I think
exactly
like
what
the
it is.
day it happened to you or the day after, and I didn't have this issue. But you really got hit in Dallas, right?
It's Dallas. It's something
I
to
flew-
do with Dallas.
So right before your nonsense, which you can say in a second, I flew out of Dallas and got slammed with the worst travel I've ever had in my life. But that was like weather related because we had like all those tornadoes and stuff like a week ago. But coming back, I didn't go through Dallas, so I was fine. But I was hearing about your travel issues while I was traveling, and it was outrageous.
Yeah, I there's something going on. They're being real like sketchy about it. But the one thing I did read is that there's some sort of a dispute between the mechanics union and American Airlines, but only in Texas. So like when I flew to New Orleans for a wedding over the weekend, and I got home Sunday, and then had to turn around and go to Vegas Monday for an event, like a business meeting with marketing and merch, and Sunday flying home from New Orleans to Dallas to Austin, I had 3 flights to Dallas canceled.
But it was like way ahead of time too, right?
Way ahead of time, the night before. And then
that
then I eventually
yeah,
got on a
that's
flight
a
to
little
Dallas.
close,
When I got to Dallas, every flight from Dallas to Austin had been canceled. And there's like 10 a day. And every flight except for the last flight of the day at like 9:30 was canceled. So I was like, there's no way I'm getting on that flight. It's like 11 a.m. There's like 7 flights worth of people that are all going to be trying to get on that flight from Dallas to Austin. So I just rented a car and drove
Not unless
home.
you're Gavin.
How
Yeah.
far is the drive?
Bump
How
everyone.
long?
3 hours.
3 hours.
It wasn't the end of the world. It wasn't great, but it got me home. But then the next day I turned around to go to Vegas, and I had 3 flights canceled, leaving Dallas.
Which, like, again, if a flight's canceled early, that's pretty rare. Usually it's canceled like hours before
Yeah.
or after. It's like delayed, canceled.
it was
It's
no
very
weather-
rarely canceled a day before.
No other airlines were having trouble. The other people I flew to Vegas with all flew different airlines and were pretty fine. And then when I was flying home, I flew from Vegas to LA to Austin, and I was in LA looking at the departure list. I was just waiting, and there were like 3 flights to Austin that were all like, or to Dallas that were all like 4 hours delayed, and just kept delaying further and further. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I got to fly again next week. I don't want to deal with it. But they won't say anything. They're
They
like,
get got.
yeah, there's
bizarre.
something shitty going on with
Yeah,
American
Michael, the
Airlines right
tornado
now.
issue. I came back from a convention this weekend. So Sunday, I'm coming from DFW to Austin. It's probably like 11 o'clock at night. And they're like, hey, so there's a tire. Like, we need to change the tire on the plane. The one that we
Why?
have
It
sitting on-
flies.
Yeah, I was like, cool.
What are you driving to Austin?
I'll just
There's
take
a
the change
blinker as
tire.
well. What the hell is this?
So I said, okay. Then it got
Washer
delayed.
fluid low. Got to replace.
It was like 30-minute increments. Like, hey, we're gonna be in our 30 minutes.
Dude,
Okay,
no one's
hey,
delayed
we're gonna-
30 minutes.
Sure. Okay.
It's
yeah.
nonsense.
So like
they tell you 30
4
minutes.
times that happens, we get on the flight and they're like, we're chilling there for probably 20 minutes. I'm like, are we gonna take off? What's going on? The guy, a pilot comes over the PA and he's like, hey, so they haven't been loading any bags into the plane at all. Like they've just been sitting there on the tarmac. So we're gonna have to wait another like 30 minutes before that happens. We're like, motherfucker.
I had something happen in addition to the weather. This is like the same trip, but something I'd never heard before, where it was like delay. 15-minute increments, like 8 times. Finally get in the plane. Then, because of the weather, they're like, hey, we're like 6th in line to take off, so it's gonna take forever. It's gonna be like, on the plane, they're like, it's gonna be like over an hour till we take off. Just so you know, like we're in line, whatever. I fall asleep, I go to sleep. I wake up, we're still on the ground, like an hour passed. We're waiting. Then the pilot comes on the PA and he's like, so,
When it starts like that, that's when you know it's bad.
yeah, he was like,
man.
let me break this to you. We legally can't fly the plane anymore because we're over our like FAA regulations. So like we're not allowed to fly the plane. So we're going back to the gate and you're gonna have to get new pilots. So then we went back to the gate. They said we didn't have to get off the plane. The second we got back to the gate, they're like, hey, you know what? Everybody get off the plane. Got off the plane, then they canceled the flight. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was at DFW for like, which is 40 minutes from Austin, like flying. It's like 40 minutes from Austin. I was at DFW for like 10 hours.
That's
It was
40
fu-
minutes with taxiing. You're in the air for
Right, you're in the air
25
about 25 minutes.
I've
And it was
never-
just like,
It's brutal.
I
It's
never,
brutal when you're that close.
I
and
never
that far
spent.
away.
I was just like, I could have driven home 3 times in the amount
Yup.
that
Yeah.
I was sitting
That's
at
what I did.
DFW, and it was the start of like a work trip. And I'm just like, I got up at like
Great
fucking
start.
8 a.m. this morning. Like got to the airport. Lindsay drove me to the airport, dropped me off, and then went to work. Came home from work, and then 5 hours later, I flew to where I was going. Not even. We ended up flying where we were going, and then had to drive a couple hours. It was a nightmare.
I've never once had a bad experience on any airline.
Don't fly with
very
any of
lucky.
us ever.
What camera do I look at? I've never had one bad experience.
Don't ever fly with anyone from
No.
Rooster Teeth.
Always
'cause
been
you're-
It's
good.
bad.
You're dead.
Bernie's cursed right
You're
now.
dead.
He texts me every time he gets a flight canceled. He's
He's the one canceling.
And he
been
loves
having-
going off about it. I will say that. He loves talking about it.
Yeah.
Why can't I get anywhere? in this
Fortunately, we don't talk about airline travel on off topic.
No, not a thing we do.
I also hate I now have a hotel in Vegas that I hate.
Yeah?
I don't know if I want to. I don't want to.
You don't wanna. You
directly
don't
call
wanna.
it out. Let me just say,
I-
Allude to it.
if you're gonna have a Egyptian
screamed,
themed hotel
"Say it."
in Las Vegas,
It's Eric.
Oh,
Eric, who won? Undertaker or Goldberg?
because I have stayed at said place before and I had fun. Oh my
Good for you.
Like the whole
Hey,
way.
how was it?
Look at you all having fun and whatnot.
Wow.
fucking hallway was
you.
flooded.
I was living like Cleopatra while I was there.
I came in. There were giant like fans blowing
Yeah,
mildew
great.
towards my room.
on a
you got the
I
dew
couldn't
fans?
fucking sleep because the mildew smell. Ugh, it was the
Got the
worst.
dew fans.
They
dew?
What hotel in Las Vegas on the Strip stops room service at 2 p.m.?
I thought you said, wait, what?
Their room service is from
2 p.m.
6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
They're striking.
At 9 o'clock at night, I was like, well, I gotta fucking eat. I had to go downstairs, and I was like,
That doesn't sound real.
Yeah.
I
No.
just had to get some fucking ham. I had to get like some.
Some ham?
No, I was
Some
gonna say
raw
I was trying to get a hamburger, but nothing was open in the hotel. Unless you want to go at a sit-down restaurant, so I just ended up eating like fucking Reese's Pieces.
Did you gamble when you went downstairs?
I don't gamble.
You gambled with the
know.
hotel choice.
That's smart.
Hotels are ruined. Or Vegas is not great for me because I don't gamble or drink.
That's not the
But
place.
I
Go see a Cirque
eat
du
a lot of
Soleil show.
food and
But
I
you
like to
love
see shows.
prostitutes.
You
and
need to go to
comedy.
North
Yeah,
Dakota
and
or
whores.
somewhere. I don't condone that in any capacity.
No, I was there. I wasn't even there for 24 hours. I like literally got there, went to bed, got up, had a meeting, went straight to the airport. So it was one of those. Ugh.
Hey, you know what you
I
can
have a
do?
super embarrassing story on the airplane way home too, but I don't want to say it because I don't want to talk about the very,
you should- you
very
should-
famous person I sat
you
next to
shouldn't
and
talk about
embarrassed
it, but
myself.
you
Oh,
yourself
yeah,
look like a
that
schmuck.
story.
You know what you can do the next time you're in Vegas, though? You can check out the new movie, Stuber.
So this is when you guys do the ad reads and everyone shuts up?
I
Yeah,
said
they
it's
don't.
awesome.
They don't.
I seen
They
it
don't shut
already.
up.
It's a good one.
We
Yeah,
tried.
I've missed it. I
Everybody
haven't seen it
leaves?
yet.
Is that
I
what
seen it early.
If everyone left during every ad read, that would be the biggest gift to me ever. Usually they don't. That's when all the side conversations happen. People start whispering. They're like, this is the time to fuck around. And then Eric later is like, you got to redo the ad read. And I scream about it.
I'm gonna stick around for it because you need me to talk about that.
That's true, yeah. So this episode of Off Topic is also brought to you by Stuber. Taking a wild ride share recently, 20th Century Fox's action comedy Stuber arrives in theaters July 12th and follows a mild-mannered Uber driver named Stu, played by Kumail Nanjiani, who was in the office a couple of weeks ago, who picks up a passenger played by Dave Bautista.
He played GTA with us.
That turns out to be a cop hot on the trail of a brutal killer. Stu is thrust into a harrowing ordeal where he desperately tries to hold onto his wits, his life, and his 5-star rating. Stuber is partnering with Achievement Hunter at RTX for the Stuber Moonball Madness booth. Throw moonballs to hit targets from the movie and win some awesome prizes. Jeff, do you know about this?
Yeah, that's the RTX Stuber Moonball booth. I don't want to give away too much, not because I don't know exactly what it is, because I do totally.
Yeah.
But
You
there
helped create it.
there were a few ideas we kicked around for how to incorporate moonballs into RTX. But the Stuber, let me just say, if you ever wanted to experience what it's like to be in the Achievement Hunter office and whip a moonball at somebody's desk and watch their shit explode, you got a pretty good chance to do it at RTX.
Hopefully,
at the
there's
Stuber
hopefully
Moonball.
Matt's there, like to get whipped or something.
I threw
We'll
a couple
see.
mat balls while I was
got
there.
him.
It may just be like a dunk tank, but it's just Matt sitting at his desk and you just get to hit him.
Oh, a brag tank.
Yeah.
And we're hosting a special Stuber screening that's free with your RTX badge. So you can check out the movie if you're coming to RTX already. Look out for an RSVP link coming on social. And guess what? Kumail Nanjiani and director Michael Dowse will be at the screening doing a Q&A with Bernie Burns of Rooster Teeth. Don't miss Stuber coming to theaters on July 12th. If you're in Austin for RTX, don't miss the screening and the Moonball Madness booth. Stuber out July 12th. That's also, it was like perfectly timed. I don't think it had anything to do with it, but it's perfectly timed where then Trevor did the desk beautification of Gavin, like a,
Oh,
a
yeah.
cab driver.
Yeah.
He had
I
like,
did.
I asked them to buy more
the-
stuff for that. Whatever happened to it? I wanted to.
Trevor took it. Took it home.
Yeah. Just in his room.
He just kept it for himself. It was a perk. It was a perk.
You guys have all the fun. The most famous people I've ever met was like Greg
Us.
Miller.
Sorry.
I thought you said famous.
Oh,
The person I sat next to on the
Damn.
plane is so rich and so
Well,
famous.
don't. You're
and
gonna
should
keep
not
talking
have
about
been
the
on a
story you're not
commercial
gonna
plane.
talk
You
about.
can't live in the
Dude,
past.
I was just rude. I didn't
Which is
mean
funny.
To be.
Greg Miller. I forgot this was a thing. We got the RTX scheduling came out of like the panels and like all the events and everything happening over the weekend. And I started getting a lot of messages on social media about this hour panel I have with Greg Miller.
Oh,
And
right.
I forgot that I agreed to it. And
Whose
I'm
idea was that
almo-
panel? Yours or Greg's?
Neither.
Or?
I'm almost certain. Now, a lot of things happen, and I don't keep track of them. I barely know where I am right now.
yeah.
Off topic.
I'm certainly
With friends.
I'm certainly not
You're
aware
right there.
of how this happened, but I'm pretty sure someone said on Twitter, like, you and Greg should do a panel. I could be wrong. I remember Greg being the fucking like attention-seeking whore that he is. You mention his name, and he's like Beetlejuice, but you just gotta say his name like
He's
one
right there.
time.
Dude, he's coming.
He's
right
gonna be
there.
like,
But like
Greg Mitt,
Beetlejuice
and
from
then
the
he
Howard
shows up.
Stern show.
Yeah, it's like Greg Mitt, and then he shows up. But he was like,
He didn't appear.
no, he sucks.
He's
But he
doing
was
right
like,
now.
yeah,
so.
he was like,
That
oh,
was the
I'll do
plan.
it. Are you down? And I just remember going like, yeah, I'll do it. Then like a month went by and it was on the schedule.
Yeah, there you go.
Nobody asked me. Nobody.
Let's see what happens.
Michael Jones
That
and
w-
Greg Miller. Let's see what happens.
I haven't spoken to Greg about this panel. He replied because I was getting a lot of messages, so that's why I made that tweet. Like, we should probably designate splash zone. Greg's gonna take his shirt off. Things are gonna get wet. I don't know if he's gonna be wet. I don't know if he's gonna
Splash
bring wet.
zone.
I don't know what's gonna happen. But then he replied and he was like, "Oh man, I can't wait till my description's posted." No idea what it is.
So your team
I have no
in the
idea.
back there, just as we were talking, knew that there was a tweet about it, found it,
They're on it.
uploaded it
They're
on the
good.
screen. That's
They're
amazing.
almost as fast as you on Twitter.
There aren't a lot
I
of.
get a couple seconds. I see you tweeting.
There aren't a lot of people at Rooster Teeth that do their job well, but the few that are in that room.
They don't
Besides-
get enough credit. I don't think they get
besides
enough
Eric.
credit. I
Besides
don't.
Eric.
Oh, I wasn't talking about Eric.
Eric's crew.
Other than
Eric's
Eric,
crew, yeah.
That's fine. He's probably not even in there
He's
anymore.
gone, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. There you go.
You could probably reference one of the most obscure
You suck.
things, and they would find it for
Eric,
you.
you suck.
If you want to. Jeff,
Let me think here.
It has to be a very
they're like
specific.
this.
So
right
I'm
now.
my favorite cheese ever is Humboldt Fog from Washington.
You made that
I
up.
don't know if that's
You
a
made
real
that cheese
thing. I
up.
don't know if
That is a
anyone's
real
ever
thing.
heard of that, but it's really my favorite cheese. and-
Humboldt Fog.
Yeah.
Huh. They're Googling. I can see them going.
They're gonna show a picture of cheese, I guess. Did
yeah,
you make it up?
Yeah.
That was that's a legitimate thing. That is a
Humboldt Fog,
legitimate
it's-
cheese.
That's a strain of weed. Don't lie to me.
Oh,
Not true at all.
Whoa!
That is not true. It is
Humboldt Fog
actual
have that,
cheese.
like, does it have like blue?
Yeah.
It's like
It's got
a
some
misty,
yeah. It's got
some taste.
foggy taste.
Ew.
Yeah.
It's like early in the morning is the only time you can
Right.
eat the cheese.
Yeah,
Like a
essence
Seattle
of
morning.
Humboldt.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give them time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, I'm not. Now I know everything I said positive
Because you
about that
called,
room.
you
They're
called
just
them out,
cropping
and
it
now
at this
they're
point.
just
Way
like they're just gonna cut that.
Hey, there it is.
I mean, they just typed it in Google.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not
out.
nearly as cool. That is a tweet, well framed or anything.
I
If you
expected
found
them
a
to
picture-
deliver the cheese.
If you hadn't found a picture of Mike eating the cheese, that would have been
Oh my
impressive.
God.
Oh,
and but like he didn't know. It was just like in his
Right.
house.
I don't even know
Yeah.
if I'm allowed to like. I don't think that photo exists
They're
because I
gonna pull up, like,
gluttonously
Mike's
eat it
baby
like
photos.
it's shaped like I'm gonna eat a whole wheel of cheese.
Sometimes
And I
when
do
you
it
buy
off
a
to the
block of
side.
cheese, you just eat it.
Absolutely,
Right?
That's
what
why
it's
you
for.
buy it.
Thank you.
That was my
Why
college.
cut
one.
it?
Thank you.
Have you eaten a full block of cheese in one sitting?
Yes.
Probably as it was cut, like not
no,
a
married.
block and tune it, but
I'm
I
not
probably
married.
had like a cumulative.
Where'd it go? We
better get married again.
What's the
I
word?
lost
I can't
it.
even-
Yeah.
Cumulative.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yes.
Of cheese.
We got it. We're good. We got
How
it.
much mozzarella did you eat in one sitting? It was a
Just a
lot.
pound.
Yeah.
It's like that episode of The Simpsons where
But it was
Homer-
fresh mozz. It's like
Yeah,
soft
that's
and
good
gooey, and it's almost like not warm, but like it's not cold because it's fresh. It's almost like room temp. Oh, that's the best mozz.
Do you ever see that episode of The Simpsons where Homer wakes up at midnight and he goes to get a snack and he picks like all the Kraft singles? There's like 100 of them. And
Let's
he just
see
goes
it.
one and he eats it, and then it
Very
cuts
good.
to morning and he eats the last one and he's
No,
blind.
that's right.
We don't. He's been eating sliced cheese for 7 hours.
Jesus Christ.
Craft
That's a lot of
singles is
cheese.
not good.
It's not great.
If cheese is
it
in
gets the
plastic,
job done.
no, it
Yeah, I
doesn't.
agree.
had
I agree. I
some.
can't. I would be happy to go the rest of my life without ever eating cheese that comes out of an individually.
There it is. See, they got that one.
Yeah, there you go.
The thing
That's
about that,
amazing.
the thing about that blew my mind is like,
Fog broke
I
the
grew up in
system,
like
but
a
Simpsons
like a
references.
We brought it back. We brought it back.
I grew up in like a meat and cheese area, you know, like Jersey sandwiches. It's a big. He's just eating it.
Now he's blind. He can't see.
It's a big thing, you know, like sandwiches.
Yeah.
Like delis and subs.
Dude,
and all
delis
that
are fucking
shit.
huge on the East Coast.
They're everywhere. So like,
Jersey got great
so
delis.
like,
Love it.
I never thought twice about it. Like, I grew up and I had like a deli drawer in my refrigerator, and always be like, you know, used to go to the deli at ShopRite, go to like a local deli, you know, salami, turkey, you know, like different kinds of cheeses and shit. You know, they slice it there and they package it, and I always get to eat one for free when they're like, you know, slicing the cheese. They're like, "Here, stupid kid, have some cheese." I'm like, "Yeah," and I would just eat it. That would be the only saving grace of going grocery shopping with my mother for 2.5 hours. It's like, I get a slice of cheese.
What did your mom say when these people called you stupid kid?
She was
in
like,
front of
"Yeah,
you?
he's dumb as hell."
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
that stereotype.
For sure.
You are correct.
She's like, "Eat it, idiot." That's where they knew. But I would go to my friend's house and I'm like, you know, "Oh, do you have any food?" And they're like, "Yeah, I got some food in the fridge." And I open it up and always Kraft singles. And I was like, "What the fuck? Like, you live in New Jersey. Why are you buying rubber packaged cheese?" The only time it was ever like not awful is if you melted it, because then you kind of don't know. If you put on like chips.
No, it's
Who the fuck eats a sandwich meat with rubber cheese?
the fucking same way when I was a kid, like at my mom or my grandma's house. If you wanted meat and cheese, it'd be Kraft singles and bologna.
Fuck that.
I haven't had bologna since I was probably
sucks.
14 years old.
There's not that
Why
much
do they
wrong with
still
bologna.
No,
make
you get a thick
Come on.
slice of bologna, you
Bologna-
grill it, put
bologna
caramelized
is
onions
dirt
all over
meat.
it.
Okay.
So I've had fried
Bologna is
Bologna
the
ain't
bottom.
dirt meat.
It's there's nothing under bologna.
I'm coming to Chicago. We're making the McBologna, and it's gonna be
Perfect.
awesome.
It's gonna be a huge hit for anyone that wants to spend 40 cents on a sandwich. Bologna.
Bologna, man.
Bologna is priced the cheapest meat for a reason. It's like leftover meat.
It's like
Yeah,
the
but
best
so is a
thing you get
hot
home
dog.
for when you eat a slice
I
of
love
bologna is you get the cut that has like a half a peppercorn in it, and you're
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
see
the
it.
tiniest bit of flavor.
Bologna's got so much flavor. It's
Bologna's
got all
delicious.
kinds of flavors. You never know which one
It's
you get.
flavor you don't want.
You're
I
that
take
bad boy.
dumps that have a lot of flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not eating them.
Come on.
It's perfect.
By
that
experience.
Bologna.
I'm in the middle of the table here because I love
Chef
bologna, but I know
bologna.
it's trash.
Honest.
No,
It's
I
trash.
understand.
It's trash meat. It's
I
the
know
lowest.
what it is,
It's
but I
the
still
lowest
like it.
bar of
Did
meat.
we have a conversation about pork roll? If we want to talk about trash meats,
Pork roll is fucking amazing.
I
That's why
love
you can
it.
only get it in one spot.
I love it, but you cannot like pork roll and not like bologna.
I'm living proof. You absolutely can.
Pork roll is delicious, or Taylor ham, depending on what part of New Jersey you're from.
It's
But
two different things.
You
Yeah.
can't say the R. It's Taylor ham.
You can say the art.
Taylor.
Don't start.
Taylor.
Don't start with the accent.
I find
You
that
don't know anything
offensive.
about it.
Scrapple.
She doesn't know
What
what she's
Scrapple?
talking about.
Also
I'll do
delicious.
the
I
officer
don't know
sweets
what
accent,
that
which is
is.
just the Northeast.
Hey, can we see Scrapple? Explain
That's
what
a
Scrapple
board game,
is.
right?
Some scrapple up there.
Yeah, Scrapple. It's an off-brand board game. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. They don't have nearly as many letters. There's only like
It's all
20.
cues.
There's only no
it's got-
vowels.
and it's got
How good
trivia
you
under
gonna
the
do?
cap.
Oh, there's another one that's great.
Look at this.
Looking for you.
I'm right here.
Oh.
Did you
It's
put
the-
your face
it's-
in?
Yeah, but it's the
I haven't
glass.
done that.
It's the glasses though, because then when I did the face, it's like, oh, take your glasses off,
Nerd.
which I did. But then it only works when I take my glasses off.
So how do you even know it works? Because you can't see it.
Well,
Then
because
you
it,
put 'em back
because it
on.
unlocked.
And it's like, I no longer recognize you. Lock it down.
And my sunglasses are all fucked up. I got to the steak place we went to last night, and I go in and
Whisper
I was
them.
just
Did they have
wearing-
frozen bread again?
I was wearing my T-shirt.
No,
and
I ordered it. We didn't get it, but they didn't charge
Yeah,
us
they
for
didn't
it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that you
There was
ordered that.
tons of food.
Points
Yeah.
off.
So
It just went down on the list.
Fuck you.
It's how B tier.
It is a really
It's
good
not no
place,
longer
but we
A.
went there a couple weeks ago.
Scrapple.
And I don't know why we were there for.
There's
It was
Scrapple.
Alfredo's birthday.
Alfredo's birthday. I went there. And
What is the ingredient?
They
what are
could
the
not-
ingredients
they
in it?
gave
Serve
us
bread.
frozen bread, and I go, this bread's frozen. They go, oh my God, I'm so sorry, we're short-staffed. They come back and they go, here's some more bread. And I went, there's some more frozen. And
Yeah,
they're like,
they really fucked it up.
Did anything on the menu say we make our bread fresh daily? Like comment?
Luckily,
No.
How's it frozen if you made it?
Because I think they
today?
said usually they make it fresh, but they
I
were like
thought-
slammed that night, so they have emergency frozen bread that's like
Emergency bread.
that's
yeah.
like heated, and he was just like they fucked it up.
Just imagine
That's
them
it.
like
They
breaking
just,
the glass,
didn't-
like, we need bread.
yeah, I'll pull back the curtain on
Yeah.
bread.
Here we go.
Armageddon
Jeremy's
reserve
pulling
of
something.
bread.
When this bread curtain's going back, I used to work at a macaroni grill. I worked there for like a couple of years.
Nice.
And they have like, I love
Have you ever tried grilling macaroni? It is difficult.
Yeah, it don't
falls
work.
through the
Just
grates?
right in the charcoal.
It's in the name, not in the food.
Oh, okay.
They have those loaves of bread, like these square loaves of bread with like the oil that you dip in and stuff like that. And I love it. It's like this rosemary bread's like super good. But they just get it in boxes. Like their boxes like this big, full of these cooked loaves of bread. And then you just like rip the box open and just put it in like the warmer. And it's like this warmer bin. And so when people get there, you just kind of spread out in a thing. It just shows up like in a box all ready to go and everything like that. And I was like, I was hoping they baked it.
But
They
was
don't
it
bake no
delicious?
bread.
If you didn't know that, would you
lies.
still have
It
eaten
was
it?
still really good.
Well, there you go.
Did you ever sign
Yeah.
your name upside down on the menu? For
Yeah,
someone?
you have to learn that if you work there.
Cool.
You have to, one of the first things you get, because the Macaroni Grill, you go up to them and they have like the paper.
You're like,
Uh,
hi, my name's
paper
Jeremy, and I'll be
tablecloth.
dyslexic today.
Yeah, you have to like go up and
Who's
like,
Yidgerman?
write your name
Who's
upside
Jeremy?
down.
That's weird.
That's all I ever know from macaroni grills. They come in, they're like, "Hi, my name is Steven." You're like, "Okay."
Yeah, you have to go. "Whoop," and then-
Dude, I'm bad with names.
Anastasia, like
And then I
14
did
letter
a
name.
little
You're like, this is the word.
I get a little underline.
So you know,
That's
read
what I'm
it,
going
stupid.
Yeah,
That's why you
this
underline
is
it.
me, and I do that, and then people would draw a crap.
I'm
all
bad
over
with
it.
names. The worst with waiters. It's like, hi, I'm so and so. I'll be your waiter tonight. Da, da, da. If you need me, let me know. Bye. I'm like, nice. What was that guy's name?
Dude,
Fuck.
You,
You're a
at
waiter,
dinner
man.
yesterday, he was like, just give me a number. You're number 5.
To be
All right,
fair,
that's gonna
that
be your
place, I know their
designation.
You
names.
know everyone's
I've
yes,
been
you
there
do.
100 times, but other than that,
Mr. Jones, the usual.
If
That's what they
you've-
said. You're like, yes, please.
If you've known me for a while and you ever had an
haven't.
interaction with me, like in the hallways at RT or around here, and you thought to yourself,
yeah.
does Jeff not know my name? The answer is yes, I don't know.
I don't remember
I'm
names either.
so bad at remembering
Jeremy.
names now.
It's
We
Jeremy.
get introduced to so many people now. I know everybody in Achievement Hunter.
Jeremy.
Now I do. I know everybody in Achievement Hunter.
And
but
I'm
I
not
can't-
Chef Mick.
I
You've
can't.
been there about 50 times this whole today and yesterday. It's Mike with a K, okay?
Son of a
Man. Hey, Chef Mick, how you doing? From McDowell's, right? No, that's not where I'm from.
Well, you're the McMick, so you know.
Big Mick.
It's gotten worse the older I get too.
I had my cousin's
just-
wedding was 2 weeks ago. I made it through the entire wedding ceremony and practice and everything without learning any of her bridesmaids' names. So I was like,
Oh
you,
yeah, ditto. My sister's
person.
wedding the other week.
Hey.
You're lucky you knew your sister's name.
Yeah,
What
right.
is her name? Can you say it? Is that okay?
I can say it. Her name was Erica.
Do you know how
I'm not Gavin.
Do you know how old you are?
Oh shit! I just had a birthday. Oh god.
Wow.
Your birthday's like 2 days
28.
ago.
I'm 28. I'm 28.
That's why I did it. That was
This is what you're going to
You're
look
too,
like.
you're too
nailed
young not to
35.
remember your name.
nailed that. I like how
28,
his genuine
35.
reaction was, "Oh shit."
I don't.
You put me on the spot here, man. I
very
didn't study.
rarely
Long
know
show,
that.
dude.
Jeremy never knows how old he is ever.
You see what I did? Because they said that on the spot, and then I referenced the other, because it's on the...
We don't reference that.
We
though.
don't
talk
That's-
about that shit.
We don't-
That's worse than saying Greg Miller's name.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Oh, somebody in the booth is getting a little...
Who's yelling? Who is
Whoever's sitting in
That was Barbara.
Eric's spot. Oh, it's Todd.
I was trying to name drop, but I got the vetoed out of there. Whatever. Sorry.
Don't do that.
Okay.
It's just gonna keep
on
it
the
around
spot,
longer.
canceled. All right. moving
They
on.
also, I got slammed by on the spot because like, John's like, you want to be on the spot?
Do you
at
want to be on
RTX?
the spot?
You want to be on the spot at RTX? And I was like, sure. He's like, we'll do you and Ryan again. Like, cool. Didn't tell us who we were against. They were just like,
You
well,
probably
you guys
just
on the team
assumed
and
some
everything.
trash.
Exactly, like Blaine and Chris or something, right? And so
Yeah,
we
human trash.
And so we
Christ.
we
I like all that.
Brian and I are both at home. Like I think we're streaming or something. And John says something like, "There's gonna be a big announcement at the end of On the Spot today." Obviously, we're both like, "I don't care." It's gonna be like, "We're back for another season." You didn't think so? And then
Just keep hanging on.
we get messages from people like, "Oh, that's so crazy! Like the lineup for RTX On the Spot." And I'm like, I don't like. Oh, that it's me and Ryan. That's
Jeremy
pretty-
was like, "Yeah, we're a big deal."
Yeah, I was like, me and Ryan are, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're back again. Hey, battle buddies and stuff like that. And they're like, no, like Nolan North and Troy Baker, like you're against them. And I'm like, what?
Have fun.
Like, what are you talking about? I don't want. I'm gonna be awful. It's like they can be anyone. They can just show up and turn into
They
someone.
are everyone.
Yeah,
They are
it's true.
everyone.
You want to be a voice actor?
Yeah.
Don't bother.
We've
Wait
talked
until
about-
they're dead.
Right. We've
God.
talked about well, it was some awards ceremony.
How do I
the
get
other
into
day.
video games? You just wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
they'll be gone eventually.
Wait about 40
I
years.
think it was the VGAs, but there was an interview like that where they
That
were
was
doing
Troy
a
who said
panning
that.
moment on Troy, yeah, and he's like, "How do you want to get into voice acting? Wait until Nolan and I die."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
It's not. It's funny,
Yeah.
but it's true.
It's very true. They were
Them
just-
and like Terror Strong.
Now, how do you like working with Ryan? Is he okay?
Ryan Haywood.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just everything.
She is
moments.
everything.
I've heard things.
He has his moments.
Ryan? No, he sucks. We did a just before this.
I had fun.
Because this is pre-recorded. We're doing this a week. We're doing this a week early.
Can't do that. I'm a guest. I'm
It's
sorry.
good, it's good. I love it.
But we did a 7 Days to Die stream. It was the three of us. Or no, sorry, it was the three of us. Lindsay
Yeah.
was there and Ryan. And
You had never played 7 Days
never.
Friday.
It was a lot of fun, and
as many
Ryan-
times as we've played that game.
I get. Were you in the first one?
No.
Would you start it? Okay, so I guess they just started a new world.
The first one was Ryan, Jack, Trevor, Matt.
So they started a new game, like streaming, I guess, last week, and
Yeah.
then none of those people except Ryan were around. So
Correct.
so
I
he-
stole Matt, not
So
realizing
he chose the same world where they had started building a house and stuff, and then the three of us jumped in, and Ryan had this whole fucking plan, and he was just like,
He goes,
"It's gonna
look,
be easy.
It's the
I'm gonna-"
morning of day 4.
This was
it's
awesome.
the first 7 days, so it won't be a blood. It's not gonna be bad. It'll be easy. I'll just level you guys up. We're just gonna go. We're gonna run around to a town. We're gonna get in a line and kill zombies. It'll level you guys up to where we are. It'll be totally fine. It'll be done before day. We'll be done on day 6. Then you log out and then you're fine.
This was okay. Join the game. There's dogs. There's dogs everywhere.
It's day 5. It's night time.
It's day 5. Like
It's a blood moon.
middle of the night. Everything's pitch black. There's fucking dogs everywhere. There's 50 zombies
bad.
outside the house. They're tearing the house to shreds. We're dying over and over. The first like hour was dying and then just trying to pull ourselves together.
It's literally Michael spawns and Ryan's like, "Don't worry, you won't spawn too far." Oh, Michael, you're
Yeah.
far.
No,
Oh,
I was
you're-
close.
Or Lindsay, you're
Lindsay
far.
was
You're
far.
dead. You're fucked.
I was close. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, the house is right here. Do, 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 do. I'm outside for like
spawned-
2 seconds, and then there's 30 dogs outside the house, and I'm screaming to let me inside the house. The door's closed. I think Ryan locked the door. I'm like, let me in! It was awful.
And then Ryan's like,
Is that only on PC?
It's
Yes.
on
Yeah.
X. No,
No,
it's
it's on
It's
Xbox.
on
It is,
Xbox,
but
it
it
does
pick it up.
not run great.
No.
Alright, so I need a gaming PC.
no
You
good
should
on
get it on
console.
PC.
Ryan's
I need a
like,
PC
don't worry,
first,
we're just gonna
and
get
then-
on the roof. We'll be fine. We can ride out the blood moon on the roof. Not. Oh my God, they're
20
everywhere.
of them.
There's
Ryan-
more zombies on the roof than on the ground.
Ryan at the beginning of the stream was not the same man as Ryan at the end of the stream.
Well,
he was
he-
just like, it's not
He
how
told
I
us
thought
to
it would
leave
go.
the safety of the house. He's like, the house is fucked.
Everything
Get out.
he
And we're
said-
like, okay. I guess I'll follow
Guidance
you.
wise, like you should do this perk, you should do that perk, you should do this, all great.
Yeah.
Any like decision making of where we should go and what we should do, awful.
It all went
everything
south.
went opposite, and then he just kept going. Well, usually this works.
Yeah.
Usually we would have been fine.
He does play the game
it was
a lot, I think.
fucking awful.
It was hilarious.
It was funny.
It was fun.
It was a shit show.
I love that
pretty
bicycle.
He looked. I haven't played that game. In
Everyone
like,
like the one
great.
bicycle that's
Year,
almost
year-
destroyed. We
Right.
need to keep
we
it.
kept passing this
Well, it's even
bike
better-
around. I kept screaming. Like I kept saying I left the bike. He's like, you
Yeah.
fuck what?
I
What?
died.
And I just go, oh, the bike's
I
gone.
fell
like
off
while
the
I'm
ladder.
looking
There
at
was
the
some
bike.
weird shit with Trevor had a bunch of chairs. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
Jeff,
That's
Jeff,
the
Jeff,
way.
Jeff fucked up Trevor's chairs.
I didn't
No,
fucking
no,
with
no.
chairs.
I
didn't
was
fucking with chairs
watching.
at
It
all.
was like they were there and then they were
Gone.
submerged.
Totally
I
gone.
don't know.
Are they,
They're still
are they
there.
useful or are they like his like turtle boat thing? Got
Yeah.
it.
Trevor, in about 5 minutes, we got to where Trevor got, like collectively in the previous several hours. He was like, Ryan's like, I'm pretty sure. He's like, you're at level 6, you're at level 5, you're at level 3. I feel like Trevor's at level 5. I'm like, how? And then I saw his like chairs, and I'm like, that's how.
There's an amazing moment in a past 7 days from us where Ryan's looking at like the tab menu, whatever, and he sees everyone's names, and we have a score next to us, and he's like, I don't really know what the score
Gavin.
means. Yeah, and he's like, I don't understand how Gavin's score is what it is. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what do you think his score is? And then we're like, okay, well, what's the other scores? And then we can judge based off of that. And he was like, oh, you know, I think my score is like 236. Jeremy's like 220.
You're Jeremy.
Michael is, you know,
Oh, Ryan.
Well,
You,
I
you
would
were
say
Ryan.
Ryan was saying,
Gotcha.
oh,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ryan, yeah,
Yeah.
Ryan's
He
like
was
Michael's
role-playing.
like 180 something.
Now
blah,
is
blah,
this
blah.
Jeremy talking or Ryan talking?
This is Ryan talking.
Okay,
Still
okay.
Ryan.
So
Does he have a chef coat?
He does
Oh.
not.
But he is a battle buddy.
Yes. So he's like listing everyone's numbers, and they're all up there like high hundreds, like, in the 200s and stuff for some of us. And So we start guessing. We're like, oh, it's got to be really low, right? Like we're talking
80.
like low 20, like 80s.
100.
I even went like 20s, like 720. He goes, Gavin's score is 1.
I thought it was 2.
Nice.
It was
One.
it was something
just
crazy.
more than you
one.
thought.
It was like
One.
200s, 100s. So Gavin, 1. And we were like, how? How is it even possible? He played every single, like every video up until that point.
It seems accurate though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a score of 1.
I believe it.
And then we figured out that we could unfriend in the game.
Oh.
And then you could do friendly fire damage to it.
Oh,
so Jeff
shit.
just killed Gavin
See,
at one point.
okay, we were already friends at one
You
point.
wouldn't do that.
I was trying to.
I vaguely remember doing
Yeah,
that.
you punched him to death. You hit him with an axe and you just punched him and
Well, you
killed
can
him.
clarify now because I was
I
trying
did
to
do that.
save Jeff from a zombie. I was just punching because I had no weapons at all. I was like, just melee, whatever. Zombies, okay. And I thought I punched the zombie, but then Jeff
No,
died.
you couldn't.
so-
If you were on the same team, you couldn't have killed him.
That's what I'm saying.
If you were allied up,
She couldn't have.
He couldn't
Yeah.
have. And
Okay.
Jeff just
I
tried to
wanted to.
blame.
Or you're that awesome that you did. You broke it and you
Punched
just
through the
punched through
barrier.
the zombie.
Yeah.
Ah, right to the face.
We couldn't understand why Jeff could hurt Gavin. And then Gavin's like, oh, because we're not friends. Got it. And then the next message on Gavin's screen was, Jeremy is no longer your friend. I unfriended him, just shot him.
Nice.
It's a fun ass game, man.
It really
Yes.
is.
And like I feel like it's part of it is I just don't remember, but I feel like it's so much smoother than the last time I played it.
I like-
the UI's cleaner.
Oh, is it? It was
didn't-
always kind of a clunky
I like the
game.
refinements to it.
it-
Like you no longer level up the weapons by crafting
It's a
them
bunch
over
of
and
different
over
shit.
again and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's
if you die, it's like temporary negatives. It's not like remember when we played it, it was like you're at 100 health. You spawn in the middle of nowhere, you're dead. 90 health, 80 health, 70 health.
Yeah.
It's just that shit's like temporary now. You have like a Grim Reaper status effect, and when it goes away, your shit comes back. There's a lot of small
was
changes, but and
brutal.
then also just I don't know if it's our computers or they just patched the game, but like it ran great.
it did run great. I think it's I think basically they took everything and kind of consolidated into the skills tree. And so like all of your leveling comes through that skills tree. It really does. So like if you want more powerful weapons, you just level up that thing in the skill tree.
Gotcha.
Like, it's cool.
Does it 7 Days have a narrative like Forest or no?
Not as much. I mean, there's like missions and objectives and stuff, but there's not really like a story. I don't think.
Not that I know.
It's a good game though.
fun.
I'm dude, just playing that, like I'm down to get back into it.
Yeah, me too. Well, I think that's the game that we're gonna be streaming every week.
It's like the stream game.
Like the stream
That's
game
just-
now.
But that's
Yeah.
not enough. I want more.
Need more.
We just played it for 2 hours.
When we were, it's not enough, and we died for an hour.
I'll
in
sit on
10
the couch
minutes.
another 2 hours and
Yeah,
watch.
Chef
I
Mike was
got no
napping.
problem.
He just had his phone.
Heck yeah.
He's just like,
I was in
"Oh!"
the chat. I'm like, oh, the POV of your faces are covered by the RT live symbol. Can you move that down? I was like, I'll go over and tell him to do that.
Every time
And
somebody
they
made a
eventually did
joke, Chef Mike would laugh and
Yeah.
go, "I'm loving it."
It was great.
it. That's my catchphrase. Ahoy!
It was a good one. I'm loving it. I liked it.
That was good.
That was my favorite one. I grew up with "Put a Smile On."
Yeah, put a smile.
Yeah,
on.
I went through. I'm
Did
loving
I
it.
just? Did one of you guys just tell me Justin Timberlake did that?
What?
Oh, put a
Wrote the
smile
song.
on.
He wrote
I'm
one
loving
of
it
the
song. Yeah, ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. That's Justin Timberlake.
Yeah,
Sounds like
somebody. I don't know who it was. Somebody famous, I think.
It was Justin Timberlake.
coined
Somebody
that.
just told me that last week. Yeah. What? I think he's the one that sings it too.
That's his most famous song.
I think he got $1 billion to make it too, probably.
I love JT.
Every
I love
time Chef Mike makes an amazing new recipe and then the stock goes up and he gets nothing, JT gets it.
By the way, did you see this fucking thing? Hold on a second.
Your
No.
phone? Yeah, what is that?
Are you
I was
a
gonna look up the
fan?
JT
Is that
thing.
an X?
JT
See
is a
this?
triple threat. I am.
Okay, JT.
not a
Fucking
big
four
JT fan.
teenagers just beat up this poor lesbian couple on a train.
Yeah, I saw that.
Or on a bus in London
Jesus.
for no reason.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
The reason is there are terrible people out there.
Yeah, the reason
Yeah.
Yeah, I
fucking
mean,
scumbags.
It was more
You
the
know?
people doing the
did
beating.
shit
Yeah.
scumbags.
So it is
Anyway,
your guys'
Justin Timberlake.
job to make people happy, and that's
Yes.
why you exist, and it's wonderful.
And
We
terrible
try.
people come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
And they more show up.
Right to us.
Those are the unpictured Twitterers that are just like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
I don't like this.
I will say-
Continuity.
We call that Reddit.
Majority of our fans, awesome, in
Yes.
my opinion. It is funny to me that the number of times when someone's been like a dick online, I'm like, what a piece of shit. Why are you being an asshole? And I'll go to their profile. It's like, I love Achievement Hunter. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, okay, cool.
You are. What are you?
German
Get out of here.
Not only did Justin Timberlake make it, he got paid $6 million.
Holy shit.
But at this point, that's
$6
not
million,
enough.
please.
Yeah, but it was based on a pre-existing German campaign.
Yeah, so he didn't even have to do the work. He just had to.
gets-
He just had to take.
He modified it.
He just took like Mein Liebe it and change it
no,
to.
that was something like that.
Well, he gets $1 million per beat. It's like
Ba-da-ba-ba,
6 million.
And then he throws in the I'm loving
Check,
it
please.
for free.
That dude just has
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
to. That
No.
dude has to just think about something, and it's making money though. He's guy's legit.
Yeah, I like him. I'm a fan. I was never a big Britney
You
Spears
like
fan.
him?
I like her now, but JT always.
I mean,
Love
I'm more
that
of a
man.
death metal guy myself. But
Yeah,
I
you
Talk about
are.
that,
listen
yeah,
to JT. Oh yeah.
absolutely. So, who are your favorite death metal bands?
Well, there are very many that I can't even say out loud, but like
'Cause their
I'll
brand
go
names are
anywhere from
risky.
lighter side, like Seven Dust, Killswitch Engage, Lamb of God, to Cannibal Corpse, 6 Feet Under, and all those bands we cannot say.
Do
their
you-
names on air.
Nice.
Do you ever go on
The
that
Doo-Doo Rangers.
that death
Doo-Doo.
metal cruise? The
I want
50,000
to. That would
tons
be
of metal or whatever?
amazing. That would be awesome.
I'm not even into death metal, but I want to go on that.
That would
you
be
heard
so
of that?
awesome.
Are you? Yeah,
I've
it's
never heard of
huge.
this.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's like the
it's a
gathering of
big
the
deal.
Juggalos, but for
There's
metal
that-
people.
Well, there's that
Well,
one. There's
but
like
it's
the
way
heavy
cooler.
metal one. There's another one.
There's a Golden
there's
Girls one,
Shiprocked.
everybody.
Holy shit.
Golden
we're going to
Girls
that.
Cruise.
Yes.
Yes.
Shiprocked is another
Come and
one
jump on
that's
our
like a bunch of
ship.
rock bands. Cat is really into that.
On our ship, yeah.
our ship, yeah. We love our ship.
and back.
Beautiful.
You guys owe
When you
money
go on
for
a
that
boat
song
for a
being
while?
number
We
one.
do.
Alright,
They're
we
you're
gotta
My bad.
freaking out.
That's gonna be edited out.
Freaking
Oh,
out.
right. I
What's
forgot
up?
about
What's
that.
What do you call it when you go on a boat for a while?
I'm on a boat. That's what you say.
I can remember.
We're colonizing.
Sounds like it's called 70,000 tons of metal.
Jeff
the
forgot the
world's
word
biggest
cruise.
heavy metal cruise. I
Who's
think
on? Like who's on there?
I'll tell you, hold on.
Yes, please.
Also,
70,000 it's from Miami, Fort Lauderdale. It's June 7th to 11th, 2020. It's going to feature. I'm looking for
Give me
previous
headliners.
bands. Hold on a second. Let me
while we're on
find it.
Jeff losing it earlier in 7 days, he said Cowboy Cat.
He did say how
Talking-
much.
The cowboy hat.
He said,
What a
yo, I
guy.
just found a Cowboy Cat, and then he just lost it.
I did.
He just
The
like
rest of the
collapsed
video.
in his chair.
Oh, they haven't announced this year, so let's see previous years.
Oh well,
Some In Flames.
that's
some
kind
soil
of. They haven't
work, some
announced
of
it yet. It starts in 4 days.
It starts in January
prestigious.
2020.
Oh, January. Oh, I thought you
They already
said
had it.
June.
All right, here's the lineup of 2019. All right, here, so
That's
these are, I'll post what I can read. Except atrocity. I can't fucking.
All
a
of these
lot
Oh,
of it
are
is
they in
very
the
confusing.
death
Yeah,
metal?
it's I can't read that.
The names are always made out of
Alright,
barbed
If you can't
wire.
read it, it's even more hardcore.
I can't tell you.
That's
I can't read
fucking
90%
metal.
of that shit.
Yes.
If you can read your band title, it's not metal enough.
Wow.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
It's a World of
Grim
Warcraft
Reaper.
inspired band.
Grim Reaper's there.
Vein, Camelot,
Rim Creeper.
Mayan. Napalm Death. That's awesome.
I've
That
seen
old
Napalm
school.
Death play. Yeah.
Nile. Awesome.
And you live to tell the tale.
I live to tell the tale.
Rage, Soulfly, and Roots. Oh, Soulfly with the Cavalera Brothers. Awesome. Black Dahlia Murder. Awesome.
I know that band.
That's a movie.
Sure is. We're on the V's, and then there's a bunch I cannot read. Either.
Right? It's like.
But I like all them. Whatever that is, I'm sure I would
Yo,
like.
I can't wait to hear whoever this is.
Yeah, man.
Hey, you
You
mentioned-
seen Scribble later?
Yeah.
I'm all about
They're
it.
like, yo, we're squiggly line. We're gonna rip your fucking faces off.
Everybody
We
lift-
don't write
lift your
lyrics.
crayons to the air.
Like if you had to, what is that? What do you think that says? Does that say
Sodom?
Sodom?
I thought
think.
Sodom.
Yeah.
Because it's the name of the city, and devil.
Sub-
I tore the
Yeah.
flesh from my skin, and the blood
Yeah,
droplets
yeah.
formed the band name.
Now,
Perfume
Golden
warfare. No,
Girls.
perpetual warfare.
I did sing
Perfume
the Three's Company
warfare.
theme song earlier. I digress. I'm sorry, but
You
Golden
digressing?
Girls. Who is your favorite Golden Girl?
Rose Nyland.
Oh,
So this is
okay.
100% true
I'm
fact
I'm a
about
Blanche
it.
What a
myself.
flip from the
Yeah.
death metal
Alright,
conversation.
Nah, they were into
But they
it.
go hand in
But
hand.
this is a fact. My daughter's name is Sophia Rose Harris, literally named for two Golden Girls characters. My
Awesome.
wife loves Golden Girls.
They're amazing.
More than me. I've seen every episode 1,000 times, but we named our daughter after the Golden
Have
Girls.
you?
She's gonna be
now,
a feisty older woman.
Yeah,
As a
Sophia Rose.
fellow-
I'm fine with that.
Wait until you're in your 60s.
As a fellow Golden Girl
I
who's
have no
seen
idea what
every
anyone's
episode
talking about.
himself,
It's a TV show.
do you also have? Do you guys also watch Golden Palace?
The
spin-off?
one season, it's not my favorite.
It's not great. Jack Black is in it though.
Yes, he is. Really young.
Yeah, really
Who?
young.
What's his face?
Like Don Cheadle or somebody else. Is
There's
in
a
it,
bunch
too.
of famous
Yeah.
people that like appeared in Golden Girls over the season. What's his face? Sexiest man alive.
Oh, George Clooney.
George Clooney, yeah.
George Clooney's
He's
in
in
it,
one
yeah.
of those
Yeah.
as like a FBI agent. What's his name?
Those girls are always getting into it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you said
It's
Sex
just a
is
bunch
My
of
Life, I
fiery,
thought.
fiery.
No, I
like,
know of it.
singers.
I know of it.
I will say, like the writing and
Fire-
comedy on that show. Obviously, seeing them 1,000 times, you're kind of like, okay, but there's some It is
No,
a great,
Golden
it
Girls
is a great
is one of the Golden Girls and Cheers are probably the two best written shows.
Cheers is a great
sitcoms
show.
I've ever seen from a writing standpoint.
I would have to say, like, I love Seinfeld.
I
and
love
some
Seinfeld
of the,
as well.
Seinfeld's all performance based though.
It is performance based.
yeah.
I agree completely. The actors make the show,
Yeah.
but the plot points that they hit sometimes, I'm like, that's genius.
The
Like, of course this
relativity
is
is
gonna
They're
go
funny.
wrong.
They're
Like,
funny
yeah.
concepts, but like, if you look at like the crafting of a joke, there has never been a show, and I know it's old and dated, but there's never been a show that's better written than Cheers. Like every fucking joke in that show lands heavy, and it's like it's so much funnier than you think it is. Just go back and watch any episode of that show, and you go like, wow, TV's not been as good since. I get it. It's really impressive how well that show was written. Written by Sam Simon.
Are there
wrote The
new
Simpsons.
shows that you guys are watching that you could actually talk about?
Yeah, you guys are probably all watching Chernobyl. That's the big
Yes.
one.
I haven't
watching.
finished it because
I
I
haven't
was
started
traveling,
it.
You watched
but
that,
I gotta watch
Swamp
the last two
Thing just
episodes.
started.
It's good.
Swamp Thing. I
It
used
was
to love
announced
reading
that
Swamp
it was canceled.
Really?
Already?
After one
Mine.
episode.
Wow,
I read
really?
it today.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's
Unless that
insane.
was fake news, not sure. But as far as I know, canceled.
I'm delving.
I did read that Russia's mad about Chernobyl and they're gonna make their own
So
version.
they're trying to trying
Yeah.
to sail
What are they
into our
mad about?
boats.
Yeah, that it's like bullshit and it's like made up and it's just to make Russia look bad and that's not what really happened and like they say that like Chernobyl happened because there was like a secret sabotage to fuck them up and it's this whole crazy thing and they're like we're gonna make our own Chernobyl. Yep.
Oh.
Russia hates HBO's Chernobyl,
you do
decides
you,
to make
Russia.
its
Go
own.
for it.
And I didn't read the whole thing, but I basically
good for
I read an article and it's basically like I don't know if they blamed it on America, but they were
Catfish
like,
takes
oh,
feather with
somebody
two heads."
somebody sabotaged it and that made us look bad.
It's like how Arizona hates Westworld.
Really?
They're like, that's not what it's like.
I was like,
That's not what Westworld's like.
Also, yes, fact. Swamp Thing was apparently canceled.
Nice.
damn.
Yeah,
That's too bad. What
Don't
was it?
bother
What
watching it.
what was it on?
It was on DC Universe. It was on there.
Oh yeah.
God damn.
see,
That's a
Iris
shame.
has just started watching the original Pokemon series, which is
Dude,
awesome.
she loves it.
Hell
And
yes.
apparently, Michael was saying last night she was pointing out the Pokemon, going like trying to say Pikachu and Charmander. I was like, fuck yeah.
She's
You're the
talking.
best
She's
daughter in
getting
the
she's
world.
getting into it now.
I gotta get past. I am so sucked into Vanderpump Rules and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills now.
Oh, dude,
I mean,
Beverly Hills is
don't
your
get past
choice?
it. Just watch it all.
See, Real Housewives of New Jersey,
be
that's
alright.
my jam.
Beverly Hills is it's like Lisa Rinna and fucking and John Cougar Mellencamp's daughter for some reason.
Yeah.
And
I do
really
love
watches
John
it?
Mellencamp.
And Lisa
too.
Vanderpump.
Yeah,
I do love him,
100%.
yeah. But New Jersey, they have such like an edge.
I haven't
to them.
I haven't gotten I'm caught up
Killing
on
each other.
Beverly Hills. I'll switch over to Jersey and Potomac and all the other ones. I need to watch all those. I need to watch OC because that's the original one. But right now I gotta watch 4 episodes of Vanderpump every day till I get up
Fair
to the
enough.
current season.
Your boy, Chef Mike, was on a reality TV show.
Oh really?
Let's see if the booth can find a wicked offer.
Real
from the
Housewives
CW
of
next.
Chicago.
You were dubbing?
I
You
was.
were in
It
the
was a whole
CW?
episode of me and my wife. It
Oh.
was like a show where we prank our friends and family.
Did
for
it
money.
go to air?
It did.
Like wow.
One season. Then it was canceled. But I don't think anybody watched it. But the money was real, so paid for my wedding. Paid for my wedding and the honeymoon. So that was pretty
Damn.
That's awesome.
The
Dude.
CW show.
CW.
Whole hour-long episode nobody watched.
You should
It
be
was amazing.
elated because CW is nothing but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
It's
people.
true. You gotta be
and
on.
that's why my
You.
wife got casted. And they're like, "Can I bring my husband along?" They're like,
Yes.
"Is
You
that
gotta
why I
be
got
attractive.
casted?"
Chef Mike
on
is
the
making it on this
CW.
beautiful people channel. I got a chance to.
Yeah, they highly edited.
Watch
Like, it was
one
like-
second
no, no.
of Riverdale and go,
Oh yeah.
oh.
His hair was flowing.
How long
my
did you have hair before? you
I
went
started
bald?
going bald when I was like 20, 19.
So when did you go for the shave look?
In college. No. And
See, I held that a little longer.
because I went to culinary school, you have to be cleanly shaven for like if
Oh,
you're doing.
yeah.
So like a chef would come around with a credit card and scrape, and if they made noise, you'd be kicked out of class.
Oh.
So I was no hair anywhere other than eyebrows for many years.
Get rid of those eyebrows.
Yeah, get rid of those.
Get
two.
outta here,
Shave
rookie.
those
powder.
sideburns,
Get outta here.
Mattingly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
No.
all Simpsons references.
I don't think it's really talking shit, but did you have an
about
instance of
to.
like a chef who was way too into it or like old school and they're like, no, like your new ways of chefing is wrong and I hate it.
New ways of
Here's
The
my
way he put that comment.
My favorite or
answer is yes.
unfortunate story of this was like my second class ever. It was a meat cutting class, and so the chef was walking around doing this thing, and I was next to a lady who had a lot of sideburns,
Well,
and the chef in front of the
happens.
class was like, you know, we want everyone to be treated the same, so men have to shave, and unfortunately you have too much facial hair, so you have to leave class. And that lady dropped out of school, and then we never saw her again.
Whoa.
because she
That's
was old.
brutal.
sucks.
Damn.
Yeah. I'm
That's
so
a little
divided.
much.
Like
It's a little much,
I
but-
agree with the equality aspect, but like, fuck, that's like her dream, and now it's gone. Like
Right,
that
because
sucks.
somebody, I mean, you could put like a beard guard on, you could do all that
Yeah,
stuff, but
yeah.
I mean, it was a little unfortunate in my
that
opinion,
sucks.
but yeah,
How was the rest of the class?
that chef was brutal. I got a D+ in the class, and I was the second or third highest grade in said class.
Oh my god.
Like
What?
this guy would measure margins. If we had to turn in a report, he'd measure margins, and if it wasn't what he dictated, you like 5 points off.
Damn.
Spacing looks a little too much. That's not right. Points off.
That's like the ballet
brutal.
instructors of food. Is it just French people? I'm sorry. Is
No,
that
it
offensive?
was.
I don't know.
It was like kind of that old school chef mentality of chef tells you what to do. So like I worked in England for a while as in an externship under a French chef, and it was like a quiet kitchen, no tickets. So he'd call off orders, and you just have to remember
Do it.
and bring it up when he calls for it. And
Yeah.
if you don't, it was blasphemous. French, English, throwing stuff at you and all that stuff. And what sucked was I was an intern 2 weeks, so working under somebody, and in 2 weeks, that dude, the chef, fired that guy. Mike, you're on the line. And I don't know what to do. So it took a month of me getting just demolished. But then the first day I made it through all of service, and it was like, you know, it was not, you did a good job. It was, I didn't get yelled at today. So he'd be like, I didn't yell at you today. So, yeah.
Was that like inside? Was that your moment when you're like, I got this?
Yep, absolutely.
Like,
Once I could finally
can
do it
this,
once
yeah.
where like some other section got yelled at more, so it was more of like, it was like the brigade
Sounds a lot like a
system,
achievement
so
hunter.
Yeah.
Like,
I
oh
was-
man, Jack
I
really got
was,
it today. Whew, I'm good.
I was soups and side dishes, so every dish had one of those. So it's a section that kind of sucks because
Yeah.
we have to do stuff every time. And finally, it was like somebody didn't have the sauce ready or steak was overcooked, and I'm like, oh, that person got yelled at and I didn't. Boom, winning. So
Yeah.
that was great.
That was very similar to my experience with ballet. 'Cause we had
I would imagine.
a teacher from France who spoke French mostly. English was her second language, so she spoke a little English, but she had a cane, and it was like if you don't stand properly or do some kind of form, she will whack you in the knees or like in the
Oh.
ankle to like fix yourself. You're like, okay, sorry.
That's what
Like, oh
Jeff
my
does
God.
too.
Oh yeah.
Sure, you gotta
just
keep you
weird.
Get it
guys
right.
Yeah, mine.
efficient comedy machines.
He's got Nintendo ripped off an old TV.
If anybody goes 90 seconds without making a lame joke in the office, I'm like,
I was just said hi to Millie, and he like whacked me in the back, like you do
saw
not
it.
address my daughter like that.
Millie
I
is
just
like-
said hello. What are you doing?
She's royalty in the office. We don't even.
Absolutely.
I look like this at her.
I'm loving life right now because Millie is, granted, she's been sick. She had this mystery illness for a couple weeks, and then it ended up being like walking pneumonia, and now she's got some other weird illness. So I think part of it might just be like she's not feeling well.
She's
so she doesn't-
delirious.
Well, it wasn't lupus.
But the last 2 days in a row, she's asked to go to work.
Right,
Because
delirious.
she
Delirious,
said,
yeah.
she said, y'all are pretty. Yesterday she asked to go to work, and I was like, really? Why? And she was like, I don't know. I don't want to sit at home and be bored.
Chef
And
Mike
then
said
today she was like,
It's true.
today she was
Bless
like,
you.
It's true.
Oh, excuse me. I had a
you guys are pretty entertaining. You guys are entertaining enough.
There it is.
Great shot.
That's
my
Chef
nose.
Mike photo.
So
Great
obviously it was
shot.
staged, but I put like, this is what happens when I try to sneak a photo of Millie. But it was totally, I took one, she's like, I don't like it. I'll do another one. Okay. That was quick.
That's when she started whipping you
Nice.
with the antenna.
Yep, I got the whipping.
It's true though,
That's
right?
a
You
lashing.
love us and you think we're the best.
Over there.
Thanks, Millie.
Hi.
I'll take it.
We're BFFs.
She gave me one of these.
When people trying to sneak photos of like other people, have you ever seen the one where the guy tries to sneak a photo of Shaq? Where
No.
He's posing with Shaq and taking like someone's taking a picture of them, but he also is recording on his phone. He's holding it like down here, looking up at them, and Shaq sees it like almost right away. So he's like taking the picture with the guy, and then Shaq just goes down, like perfectly right at the camera, like makes this awesome.
Dude.
face. Look it up, broadcast.
I got to a couple weeks ago. I haven't been around to talk about it, but I got to go to the Warner Brothers upfronts or the Warner
Up
Brothers
front,
upfronts, I
down
guess,
front, whatever.
in New York with Bernie, and I fucking got to meet Shaq.
Awesome.
I mean, I didn't talk to him, but I was in the there was like a little green room where all the talent were there, and it was a ton of people. Like Tracy Morgan was there, and Shaq was there,
Conan?
and Conan O'Brien was there.
Oh, wow.
And
Did Shaq talk about the time that Aaron Carter beat
Niecy
him?
Nash was there.
Did you
Enough.
like look
Enough,
up to
Nick,
Shaq or?
Quiet.
Because
I literally, I think I
Shaq's tall.
don't think I
He's like-
tweeted it, but I have a
would not look
photo
good next to Shaq.
No.
where like I sat
love
next
that.
to Anderson Cooper. Like
That's awesome.
the entire it was Bernie, Jeff, Anderson Cooper,
That's a silver
Don
fox if I've ever seen
Lemon,
one.
Oh,
Chris
coined it.
Cuomo, Wolf Blitzer,
Boy, howdy.
that was
Right.
Aaron Andrews.
It's on Gold Girls. The gif of Blanche squaring herself. Too hot.
Or Aaron Burnett, rather. But
That blanched ever.
and the Bernie the whole time he's like, "Why don't you take a photo of Shaq?" And I was like, he's like, "Come on, I'll take the photo." And I'm
Everyone
like,
see me.
and he's like,
It's
"Dude,
you
you love
next to
Shaq.
Shaq's
He's like,
leg.
everybody, you love basketball more than anybody I know. You should." I'm like, so I just sat in the corner and looked at him for a while.
You took a picture with your eyes.
Yeah.
Now, that being
I can't
said,
do it. I
this is
can't.
the guy.
I can't do
Play
it.
that shit.
He's like, taking the picture.
Oh,
Nailed it.
I knew.
Nailed it.
The guy doesn't even notice.
He's such a funny
That's
dude.
amazing. He is. Now, that being said, Jeremy was like, I should not take a picture with Shaq. I can't do it. I demand a buddy cop movie with you and Shaq.
Okay,
Now.
you heard it, Shaq.
All for
Lindsay
it.
demanded it.
Now.
And also, at some point,
but
some
twins
point-
too.
Sequel to Twins.
Yes.
at some point in the film, you have to pretend to be a baby, and he's like rocking you to get into somewhere. I
all
mean,
that
it's only fair. We'll
Let me
be
give you
like,
some
like,
milk.
my baby,
I
and just go,
adopted
"Wah." He's got you.
Dude, we put the
That'd be funny.
make the
That'd be
Wayans
funny.
brothers
That'd be
produce
real
it.
funny.
It'll make $300 million.
My head would be like at his stomach,
Call it
right?
baby
And we're like,
chicks.
Like baby
there?
chicks.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
He's fucking 5'4".
He made
Yeah.
a gross face at you. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
I
I'm only
Shaq.
5'10".
You just looked away.
It's not that bad.
Jeff is still.
How tall is Jeremy?
He just
Giant.
dunked on you.
Yeah.
That was a verbal dunking.
You know, Jeff,
Oh,
I'm
but
not
your
sure
album
anymore.
sales are much
If I
better
sat
than mine
on your
ever been,
shoulders,
so-
we might reach a hoop.
Yeah, maybe.
Jeff is still salty about the 5'4".
gonna
Like,
get
he
a
looked at
drink.
me like, okay.
Yeah, you get a drink. I'll fire off this next ad read. Jeremy, do it.
out of there.
5'4". Look at all your hair.
Look
All
at
your
you.
pictures have hair except for one. Oh, two.
You are a good-looking man, though. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
there's
lie.
me next to my
You are a
uncle,
good-looking
aka my
man.
7 Days to Die character.
Yeah.
He's all right.
That was Gavin, right?
Gavin's character was,
Was
basically
your
my
uncle.
uncle.
Now, how tall is Shaq? Look
Tall.
that up, too.
I'll do it.
It's just
You
gonna
do
say
that, I'll look
Shaq
it
the Sky. Hey, this episode of Off Topic is also brought to you by Bespoke Post. When you're constantly on the go, grinding away at the office or hanging out with friends, there's not much time to think about upgrading your style or apartment. That's why it's great to get a new box of awesome from Bespoke every month. These guys are scouting for quality and unique products to send in each of their boxes. Now you can experience it too at boxofawesome.com. It's cool how each box is tailored to me, and every time it comes, it's an awesome surprise. To get started, visit boxofawesome.com and answer a few short questions that'll help them get a feel for the boxes that'll best go with your style. Each box goes for under $50, but has more than $70 worth of unique gear waiting inside for you. The first of each month, you'll receive an email with your box details. You'll have 5 days to change colors and sizes or add extra goods to your box. If you're not feeling this month's box, just skip it. Super easy to sign up, super easy. Pick what you want. There's all kinds of goodies. It ranges from like anything and everything. Just shows right up. Keep what you want. To receive 20% off your first subscription box, go to boxofawesome.com and enter code OFFTOPIC. That's boxofawesome.com. Code OFFTOPIC for 20% off your first box. Bespoke Post, themed boxes for guys that give a damn. Damn it. Bespoke Post. I added the extra damn it.
It was
I'll
good.
be honest.
Yeah, but it had authority. I liked it.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
Shaq-
like kind
Shaq is-
authority.
Am I Jeremy now?
Yeah, you are.
Did I
Yeah,
just
no,
do
welcome
that?
in.
Oh!
So we found out
bring it
Shaq
down a
is
little. Yeah, there you go.
7'1"
Make a
in
stupid face.
height.
Yeah,
In
he's
height.
7'1".
What does that
But
mean?
he's
What else is he?
7'7" in wingspan. So his
You know you're big when people measure your wingspan. What's your wingspan?
I mean, they measure
Nobody
the wingspan
knows.
of every NBA player.
I was told that the wingspan is the same as like if you went like this, it's the same as your height.
Not always.
I could be wrong.
Well, you were told
That's- I'm
wrong,
sorry.
and Jeff just fucking destroyed
yeah.
you for it, idiot.
Yeah, that looked like
You didn't try
destroying.
it, but you did. You don't have to try
Ask
it.
you a question.
You just crumbled
Me?
into pieces.
Or at us.
Does this shirt make me look? It's
Puddle
one of
of
the new
goo
Jeff
at
shirts.
this point.
I think it makes me look fat.
What? No, no.
No, it's a skeleton. You look skinny.
No.
I can't help it.
Those
Every time I
jeans
see myself in it, I
especially?
think like, oh, I look fat.
Are those
No, if
jeans?
anything, I was gonna say maybe your boobies a little,
No.
Boobies?
like,
No.
like yeah, like right
Oh
there.
yeah.
You know what he needs? A bro. If he had a bro, I'd support him.
No, gut? No, no. That's in your head, man.
No.
You gotta move past.
Every
that.
day you come in, I'm like,
You look
damn, Jeff's
fine.
looking pretty good.
And
I got measuring tape.
And how tall are
So
you?
Shaq is
Him to
7'1".
Shaq.
So
Yeah,
what's
we talked about
7'1"
it.
minus
You weren't
5'3"?
here.
5'4".
5'4".
He's fucking 5'4".
I didn't mean to. That was total
He's making
accident.
you
As
smaller
far as you know.
and smaller.
Chef Mike,
in
it's such a
his
heated
brain.
argument.
Right.
All right, so 5'2"
So it's
minus
like
7'1", right?
Yeah,
Is it
7'1". Check.
5'2" minus
7'1", so
I can't do math.
that's
so.
6'9", so Wait, what did I just say?
What?
5'4".
I don't know what you said. He's 7'1".
1'9".
What did you? What
21
are you talking
inches.
about?
What are you
the
trying to do
numbers.
here? You trying to subtract you from Shaq?
Yeah.
Yeah.
21
Yeah, foot
inches.
9.
1'9".
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
How much of
21
Jeremy is in
inches. That's
Shaq?
Chef Mike.
It's like 11 of Gavin's dick.
Hey, you want me to hold that up next to you so we see how much taller he is?
Yeah, Chef Mike hates you.
Good lord, that's not good. That's not great. So I'd be here, and Shaq would be there.
It's off the camera.
Fucking Christ.
That would be the difference between me and Shaq.
That's awesome.
Shaq. Tell me
I mean,
Shaq
to be
would
fair, again, it's
there.
huge, but I mean, look at even Chef Mike. It's still huge. He's
He
a
could
giant
literally
man.
Take you under his wing.
Well, here, we'll do this.
Yeah, but he's
There you
still
go.
that much bigger.
Yeah.
He's a
How
giant
tall are
of a
you,
man.
Chef Mike?
5'10".
That's like
you'd be between belly button and chest of Shaq. I
Yeah,
think, somewhere
dude,
in
somewhere
there.
in there.
that's
you
like
said.
Gronk.
How
That
tall
man
am I?
is fucking
6 feet tall.
enormous.
So I thought,
Yeah, I'm 6 feet.
Ryan is 6 foot also?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Jack, I think, is 6'1".
Yeah. Michael and I are 5'9".
Who's the tallest in all of Rooster Teeth? Who's the tallest?
I mean, it's hard to tell. There's probably outliers at this point with 8,000
yeah.
employees,
How
but
tall
like,
is Joel?
like,
Is Joel
Oh, you
tall?
know the.
I mean,
Joel's like
Gus, I mean,
6'1".
Gus is like
Gus
is 6'2",
but
Bernie's-
but
Gus and Bernie
like
like
this.
six.
is 6'2".
Gus might be
But Gus does
6'3", and
this.
Bernie's 6'2". They're pretty similar.
He does not.
Who is
Seamus-
Gus is
Cody's
huge.
tall,
I was not realized.
right?
Who?
What? Who?
Isn't Cody tall?
Cody's pretty tall. How tall?
Cody,
How
that's
tall
all
are
you-
you?
6'3", but I'm 6'3", but Adam Ellis is like 6'3".
Oh, Adam Ellis is.
Adam
Ellis,
Ellis,
yeah.
Adam Ellis is like all around, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not like, I'm not
Adam
disrespecting
Ellis
him,
is
but there's a lot of
looking
people who are
good,
tall
man.
and very lanky. And it's like, okay, you're
That's a
skinny,
huge
but like,
disrespect to Adam
That
Ellis.
dude, that dude
your power
has
went into
gotten
up.
in dramatic shape very
It's
quickly.
Yes,
crazy.
He look. I saw him walking through the stage or sound check the other day. I didn't recognize him. I was like, I thought he was in a band or
He's also
something.
No,
a
he's
lot
doing
of
great.
weight.
Yeah, he looks really good. Good for him.
The thing is, so like you said, Bernie's really tall,
Yeah.
right? I saw Bernie standing next to
His soul isn't though.
standing
That's
next to
tiny.
Dave Bautista at one point.
Yeah.
But like Batista was like looking down to talk to him.
Have you
Oh,
ever
yeah.
seen the
Oh
photo?
my
It's a
God.
great photo talking about perspective and talking about Shaq. Have you ever seen the photo of Arnold Schwarzenegger with Shaq and Charles Barkley?
No.
Charles Barkley's huge.
Charles Barkley was smaller than Shaq, but
Still huge.
But if you guys can find that,
I thought you were
it's
joking.
really funny. Arnold Schwarzenegger looks like a. No, it's not Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm sorry, it's The Rock. It's The Rock
Oh,
between
yeah.
Shaq and Charles Barkley.
Yep, and
he
The
looks
Rock
like a
is
baby.
puny.
Yeah.
It's like a little tiny
The
tiny
Rock's
rock.
I got a man crush on The Rock. He's
Oh?
my guy.
can
Him and
tell.
Jason Statham.
I can feel it.
So
yeah, but they don't like each other. They're always fighting in the movies.
this is true.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Look at that.
That is
So
crazy.
Look at how big the fucking Rock is.
He does looks tiny.
The Hobbs and Shaw
like a
spinoff
baby.
is
Pain and Gain
Idris
lives
Elba is like
Oh, dude.
my three.
The Rock has
men.
such big
No, we've-
arms, and they're fucking tiny next to out of shape Shaq.
Oh.
like retired old Shaq.
Yes.
I've seen this.
Wow.
So the liftoff between those two. Is this when they gave Charles Barkley fake weights?
I don't know.
Really?
They
That's
kept
funny,
giving
so-
Shaq more and more weight. And he's like doing them and stuff, and they're giving Charles Barkley all this stuff, and they're like foam, and they're putting him on. And he like
Funny.
he does them, and so Shaq's trying to keep up with him, and like at the very end, Charles just like takes one of the weights off, and he's like, "Hey Shaq," and he like throws him the weight, and Shaq like jumps, and then he catches the weight, and he just like chases him.
Right.
Yeah, Shaq's
If you're not
funny as heck.
if you're not watching the NBA on TNT, you're missing the funniest show on TV.
I don't.
Shaq
watch
and
sports,
Charles
so-
Barkley.
I don't know when
They're-
NBA became like comedy.
It is
That's the-
comedy. It's a comedy show.
happened now, Yeah.
It's a 30-minute show before
comedy
the
because
game,
of Shaq. Shaq
and then
is
it's
so
and
funny.
then it's halftime, and then a 15-minute show after the game. Even if you don't like sports, just watch those segments. It's just Shaq and Charles Barkley insulting each other.
Nice. I mean, like I know of sports, like those
Yeah.
names.
No,
I
I've
know
heard
of
of
they
sports.
exist.
Like,
It's just so
I
funny.
know.
I've,
it's just like
I've seen
Yeah.
ball.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I've seen ball
Now,
thrown.
Chef Mike said it a second ago that Idris Elba, man crush. Now, I assume you're,
Oh,
you're
who doesn't?
Yeah.
I think we've all talked about how we'd suck his
You,
dick.
Yeah.
well, no, that was specifically you.
Oh.
And all the time, it's only when Millie's here.
Yeah,
Listen,
the other time was also while
you
Miller
were
was
like
here.
going to town about it, and Millie was like, we're sitting next
Yes.
to you.
The dude's hot, man.
You said The Rock,
The Rock,
Idris Elba.
Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. That's right.
My wife has
Jay
the biggest
Statham.
crush on Jason Statham, and I get pissed off.
It's the
when
bald
like-
head, though. It's the
When
bald
it's
head.
date
Fine.
night and
can
she
be
calls
like-
me Jason, I'm like, that's not my name! All right, Beyonce. So I give her a little taste back.
There you
And
And then she goes, oh my God,
Yeah.
like, thank you.
Really? Thank
Call me
you.
Beyonce?
no, she punches
just
me
call
like,
Kat
I'm
Idris.
your wife. Don't you dare. I'm
First
like,
name basis,
oh,
please,
okay.
Yeah.
Michael has mentioned that Chris Pine is a very attractive
Yep.
man as
He's
well.
a good looking guy.
He's a cutie.
absolutely.
Cutie for
One thing
sure.
I'll say for Chris Pine, He's like a hunky Hollywood dude who's actually like a tall, big, hunky dude. Most of those guys are all like 5'6".
Screen hunky.
Which
Screen
there's
hunky.
nothing
Chris
wrong
Pine-
with.
No,
5'6", tiny.
Chris Pine's like 6'2" though. He's like actually
He's a
Talking
real
about,
person.
like,
is
the
what he's
movie
saying.
he's not standing on
movie
an apple
making
box.
magic about
Can you
like,
imagine standing on an
heights
apple
and
box?
everything. I met
Tom Cruise is
Kel
like
this
5'7".
weekend. Yeah.
Tiny.
Oh, you met Kel Williams? He's a really nice
No.
guy.
Thank you. I'm glad. I met Kel Mitchell. He's
Mitchell,
great.
whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I didn't watch that show. I met him once.
That
He's-
shit.
I thought he was tall. He is shorter than me. I was like, oh shit. Like,
Hell
okay,
yeah.
cool. I'm like, hey, what's up?
How short was he?
I think he was like probably 5'6", 5'5".
Fucking
Yeah,
tiny,
somewhere around
man.
there.
He was good friends.
small.
He was good friends with Kathleen.
Yeah.
Because they worked
What
together.
I should have mentioned that.
She's just going on about all
That's
these
real
super
tall.
tiny
Short
people.
dude.
I think my wife's
Tom Cruise is tiny.
5'5",
The
which
coat
is
makes you look tall.
very small. So
Yeah. Jeremy says he's fun sized, and I.
I don't think he's ever
There
said
you
that.
go.
okay,
He has said that.
I'm on
you
the
said
show.
that.
This is bonkers.
I-
that I'm even here.
I'd like to go on saying I think you're the perfect size.
This is
Yeah,
awesome.
thanks, Jeff.
This
Yeah.
is the best thing ever.
And I don't
Thanks.
Looking big.
I don't think and I don't think anything about birds.
Thanks, Jeff.
Had to go there.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh boy. I did a photo shoot for the coop yesterday for all the stuff we're gonna have in the coop.
Caw.
There's some good looking stuff coming out.
They get all the good stuff.
We won't see it until RTX, I'm sure. When we sign it.
I know, like
I think I
always-
also Coop's early too because I just did a thing like an
Should I
ad
go to
read type
RTX?
thing. It's like Wednesday to Friday.
If you want
I always do those
So get it early if you're coming to RTX.
I always do those shoots just to get my merch early, so I can.
They don't
have it
give
to
us
wear.
those.
They wouldn't let me keep any of my. I did like
bullshit.
8 Jeff things yesterday, and they're
Regular
like, no,
ones.
you can't have any of it.
Yeah.
What's that shirt?
It's a new. It's
It's the one that Jeff makes. It's the Jeff's fat shirt.
we
Makes him
haven't.
look fat.
It makes me look fat. It's so funny because Millie texted me. She was like, "Shut up, you don't look fat." I had the whole conversation in the house this morning before I left. I was like, "Oh,
You
I
look
should change my
great.
shirt."
Well, don't lie to him.
I mean,
Fine, he looks fine.
I don't be stereotypical, but you sound like a stereotypical like middle school girl.
And that's how I feel.
Like, shut up. Right.
Yeah, this is. I have a
Yeah, don't listen
new
to
line.
society.
I don't think it's been announced yet, but it's called. I have a new summer line.
Announce
It's
it.
not Surf
It's
Jeff
called
this year.
Jeff Sum.
It's called Summer Bummer. And so it's all like there's a broken
Was
wrist.
that the shirt you
That's
wore?
not broken. That's detached.
That's a shattered forearm.
Like, it's
Like, that's.
But he's like,
It's decapitated.
Yeah.
yeah. So I got
That's
a bunch
severed.
of like sad summer stuff.
This sucks.
That's what my shin looked like.
This sucks.
Yeah,
Did you see
it's
all
a
the
summer
new,
bummer.
Did you see all the new culinary inspired wear? The Chef Mike achievement
Yeah,
Hunter
line,
Chef
collaborations?
line.
Did you see all
Pretty
those?
sweet.
It's gonna be
Good.
hot.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a hot ticket.
This
That
is
makes
the
me
Mick
so
line.
skate.
It's gonna
Break
be.
your-
Oh yeah, like the Hall of Meat.
No. This is Chef Mike line.
Chef Mike
all right?
line.
This is a separate, you know.
But like Mick, like MK, like Mike.
Was part of the
totally
summer
different.
bummer line, I
Very
assume,
different.
the candy bar you had melting on your shirt?
Melting
too?
candy
That's a good
bar.
one.
Yeah, there's
I
like
want that one.
thanks. There's a bunch of them. They're all like.
Is the cigarette on the watermelon one?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
This is another
Yeah,
one.
that's a good one.
It's a watermelon cigarette. Yeah, there's a bunch of them that are all kind of like that.
I want those for sure.
Dude,
Those aren't Coop. Those are just summer Jeff.
You know
stuff.
what's
the Coop
cool?
stuff is all like it's like sad mermaids and
I
shit.
need to get that melted ice cream pride shirt.
Oh, that
yeah,
one's
we can do that.
awesome.
Yeah, we can do
That
that.
is
I want
legit.
that.
it's not Coop, so we can get it.
But
Yeah.
you also told me about
you up.
ice cream bread last night. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
Yes.
So this is the thing.
Holy shit.
You could get a pint of ice cream, and I don't remember what the proportions of self-rising flour. Mix those 2 ingredients together and bake it, and you have bread. It is a 2-ingredient. Basically, it's quick bread because ice cream is your egg, your sugar, and all that stuff. The flour is flour. I think maybe already activated yeast and baking powder.
There it is.
And and it bakes. You mix it up, bake it in the oven, and it is bread.
Motherfucker.
2
You
ingredients.
can't touch that.
Now I want to eat that.
I know.
Nothing
Can't
about
have
that you can have.
I know.
That is not paleo.
Well, is that keto?
Oh, very not
Yeah.
keto. Very not.
I thought he was gonna say it was for a second.
I already had some bread this morning.
Dude,
I had
you
those
had
kolaches.
kolache bread.
I had a little bit.
I brought
I-
cupcakes
had
into
it.
the
I had most
office
of
and
it.
Jeff like shed a single tear.
I
was
didn't
like,
have.
"I'm sorry,
I
Jeff."
wanted
Try
one.
of those.
I
That's
didn't
a
touch
local
it. I
thing
wanted
that I
one.
like.
Kolache.
Kolache's
It's
good.
good.
They're good.
I don't think I had a
Chef
proper
Mike
one.
was like, "Ooh, what is this?"
Like I was saying, that's the Texas version of kolaches, where you have a hot dog inside of a bread, basically,
Mm-hmm.
and some cheese, jalapeno mixed in, whatever. Like standard Czech kolaches are nothing like that. They're like
Sure.
it's almost like a donut, basically, with like a little bit of pastry inside. There's like some cream cheese frosting or some raspberry
Mm-hmm.
inside, but it's a little square.
I've
hot
heard.
dog?
I've heard that
No-
the.
no
Very
hot-
different.
I've heard
no
that
hot dog.
the fuck up is that we call them kolaches, but they're actually not. Kolaches are more like a pastry.
Yes.
And the thing that we call a kolache is something totally different.
Yeah.
You're talking
From
like
what
the
I
We
Polish
just
cookie,
misnamed.
kolachkis?
Yes.
Probably,
Usually
Yeah.
like apricot jam or
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
folded
Yeah.
over powdered sugar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that.
Those are also legit.
There's
Polish
a-
pastries, though, are usually a little dry. Not the sweetest of things, so not all Polish pastries are.
Are you
scrumptious.
Polish?
Oh, very Polish.
Really?
Oh yeah. Babcia i dziadek da mi mleko. That
cut
means
that.
Yeah, right.
that means
That's why it's not
grandma
live.
and grandpa. I want milk is
nice.
what that means. That's
right,
all I
leave it.
really know.
all
My
I
in-laws
really-
are very Polish.
Can you subtitle that when he yells it?
Yeah, I'd be like Babcia i
Just put
dziadek da
them
mi
there.
mleko.
Look it up
The Z
first,
in there and all
though.
that
Look
stuff.
it
Yeah,
up
you gotta
first. Don't
Polish
trust
it.
this
I
man.
swear to God, that is.
We played like lying games. He's a liar. Don't
He is a liar.
trust it. Even when he's telling the truth, it was a lie.
100% of the time, I tell the truth.
I gotta.
Lie.
There you go.
Dude, that was so much fun today.
It was fun.
That was a great
Played
game.
some good stuff.
Ryan and I had it out a little bit.
You did. It was funny. Within reason.
Within reason, no, it was good. It was all within the
It
spirit
was
of the
game having it
spirit
out.
of the game.
It wasn't
game
like
having it
Salt
out.
Raid having it out. Like
I
we need
don't
therapy after
understand
this.
Ryan's critique of how I was a different person from game to game.
Ryan gets an idea in his head and he thinks he's 1,000% right, and that goes for everything. So now that we've been doing a lot more games, which is
That
just
happened in Deceit
lying,
as well between me and Ryan.
he'll die on
He
anything
was like,
he's
if it's
talking
not
about.
Jeremy, I will. And he goes,
Who did I keep blaming?
I don't
Who
know.
did I
I'll
blame?
apologize.
You blame me quite a bit, to be fair, which was
There was a lot of blame.
There was that
Reasonable,
last
yeah.
game where I was like, I know the answer, and everyone passed on my vote. I'm like, what are you doing?
That happens a lot. That happens a lot.
And
You
this
just
also,
shut your mouth.
This game, I felt very like Lindsay chaos. I'm like, today's the day. Let's
Yeah,
just
you
do
went
it.
random.
Let's go.
You went chaotic evil
didn't make any
in
sense.
your
Lindy
shenanigans.
You are hard to
Lindsay goes
predict.
chaotic.
Lindy.
Now, you don't have to. I'm not trying to blow it up because it's your. But like Dungeons and Dragons related content, are you guys? You don't got the time.
It's.
I'll
Are
defer
you
to Jeff.
a big D&D fan?
I play.
That's actually where I met you when we
Yes,
met the
at
first
PAX
time. It was in the D&D section
Yeah,
of
because
PAX.
Lewis, my guy, who no one's ever seen before on camera,
Oh,
because he's
Achievement
very-
Hunter. Everywhere else.
Yeah, he's my guy. But yeah, I play in a 3.5 edition and I DM a 5 edition. I'm a big Dungeons and Dragons fan.
We love D&D. We love doing Heroes and Halfwits. It became
Takes up
there's
so
a
much
lot of
time.
reasons why we're not doing it again right now.
Mostly that people were stinky at the
it's
And I want to ask, because you asked me all those McDonald's questions, so I have to give.
no,
back,
please
like,
do
the,
ask
"Oh
whatever
my
you
God."
want. It's a huge time suck.
Yes, it is.
The
Oh,
biggest
yeah.
problem was putting me and Gus and Griffin in the same, just because of the sexual chemistry, the tension.
Yeah,
No.
you and Gus are
no, just because like those three schedules are so disparate that it became very hard to schedule, and then we never found, to be totally candid, we never found a release schedule for the show that I felt worked for the audience. And we kept changing it. I felt like we were changing it a little bit too much. So I felt like maybe the audience had whiplash a little bit. They didn't know when to expect it. And we just never landed on the right way to present it. And, but we're gonna do it again. We have some stuff in the works that we're working on that's not Heroes and Halfwits, that's maybe a little different. But we also have some ideas for Heroes and Halfwits going forward. It's just,
It's hard
it's
enough.
very
for,
labor intensive.
It's hard enough for your average player to get everybody who they're playing with together at the same time. Like, hi Gary, by the way, he's a big fan. He's one of my
Gygax?
players.
What's up, Gary?
No, not that Gary. Not that Gary. Jana. He is
guy who
lizard
made the
folk.
game.
He talk like this. He eats meat. Are you meat or no meat? He's one of the he'll love that.
Say no
but
meat, don't eat
It's
no
hard
meat.
enough for us to get. We're not producing a show around it. It's just like, hey buddies, you want to get together? And it's hard enough to get everybody together at the same time. So I can't imagine
Yeah.
with all the content you guys make,
It's
got to be ridiculous.
It's also like for and I hate to say it, but it comes down to it, like you got to look at like when you're running a company with 400 people and you have all of these different releases and all of these different directions that you're responsible for. You really have to pay attention to man hours and just the most efficient use of everybody's time. And to do that show right, it's 6 hours of all of our time and all of these guys' time. It locks down broadcast for a day, and they're very busy. So it's just like it just became very labor intensive for we just didn't get enough return from it, unfortunately. But we're not done with it, and we're definitely like circled our wagons, and we're looking at a new thing, and also potentially down the road, but also some more Heroes and Halfwits as well that we've just begun some conversations on. So hopefully sometime in the next year or so, you'll see some more D&D related content.
And
from
I'm
us.
sure, because I know we were talking before about all the departments are very, making sure that there's a lot of viewers as well. So as
Yeah.
long as there's a whole lot of viewership, your time is money. So you
Yes.
want to make sure there's
Yeah.
a lot of people who are actually watching the content that you do.
If it-
Because if there isn't,
If every episode
Why
of Heroes
is
and
it-
Half-Wits got 1 million views, we'd be filming it right now.
yeah,
You know.
you'd
Also-
be my critical role fans, but I can't say that.
Hey now.
Also, we did.
I love them
Can I
too.
say
No,
that?
you're fine.
Instituting a new
Please, I love them too.
like have to shower rule.
Yeah.
Like
Who
every
smells?
episode. I mean, I'm
Who
just gets
beef
stinky.
in this
Gets
room?
stinky.
It does.
That's
It's
my
funny you say
character.
that.
My character stinks.
I will say I
Morning,
was.
I thought Jeff smelled great, and I was like,
I do,
This
thank
is
you.
an
I was
amazing
trying to
smell.
cover something.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I walked here from the
You know what it
hotel,
is?
so
I farted.
You know what it is? I have a new
the fat
cologne
shirt?
that I'm using, but it's like it's a unisex cologne perfume from Diptyque called Fleur de Peau. I like it. But
The scent of
Fleur de Peau.
Is that,
Fleur de
I think
Peau.
that's what that subtitle that just
Right.
like the Polish. I think
But-
that's.
I will say this, Mike. It's
appropriate for Jeff.
It is. I think the thing. I don't want to speak for everybody, but
Don't please.
in my estimation, I think it's the thing that people enjoyed making the most.
Right,
Like
but-
we all had the most fun.
I know
making it.
Ryan
But like
did.
you said, that
It's
I'm-
so much fun to
as a
make.
DM, and I do a lot of homebrew stuff. Just the amount of time to like create the world
Yeah.
and the story and the narrative takes up so much time. And like I said, with the amount of like. I witnessed you walk. I got to go to a meeting. All right, let's film this thing. Okay, now
Yeah, you
let's go
spent-
do
you
this.
spent 2 days
It
in the
is
office, yeah.
unbelievable how it's just like people are trying to drag you to other places to do. You're trying to do the shows, but you have sponsored content. You have to do these little like 15-second things.
Promos
and
and
it is unbelievable
photo
how
shoots
much
and-
stuff you guys actually do in a day. Albeit starts
Hey, thanks.
It's
I
supposed to
appreciate
start
that,
at 10,
yeah.
might be 11. I mean,
Thank you
but that's
so
cool.
much for saying
But it is
that.
unbelievable. Yes, people out there,
Quiet.
they are absolutely trying their best, and I am saying that as a fan
Thank you.
perspective. That like
We-
we need to do these 9 things today. Like we can't do that all in one day. Like there's so much stuff. It's
No way.
It's like
unbelievable.
yesterday was a great
Sarah,
example.
let's go
I was-
ahead and book Chef Mike coming back.
I was so excited that you
he's
were
met
here.
the
Please do.
criteria.
That would be awesome.
I was so excited you were finally here, and I was like, oh, I get to fucking spend the day, play some games with Chef Mike. I saw you twice yesterday.
Yeah,
In
that is
passing.
correct.
I came in, I said hi, and then I was out and for meetings.
I
and
hung
was
out
just
with
like,
Millie more than you. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
I
I mean,
know.
that was awesome. But
No, I mean, I was.
Chef
you
Mike
know.
was here at 9:30 this morning.
Yeah, he
and he was
was.
like, "Hey, I'm here." And
I
Mike and
posted.
were like,
I posted that
dropped him
too.
off.
I'm like
We told
first
him
dude in
10.
the
We
office.
Dropped him off yesterday, and
Yeah.
he's like, "What time tomorrow?" I'm like, "Oh, like 10." He was like, "Oh, awesome! I
Like
get
here,
to
first
sleep
dude,
in."
and I took one of those panoramic ones, and nobody's in the room.
I get
Like,
out of the
okay,
I
let's
get
do
out of the
it.
fucking
Yeah.
shower, and I have a text from him at like 9:25, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm here."
What else am I gonna do?
And I was like,
I got look at that's
there it is.
look. Here I am, first person in the
and then
office.
Ryan goes, "Yeah, I guess nobody told him not to come early." I was like, "I told him." He
Well, I
said,
didn't-
"Okay."
I assumed
Definitely said it.
like
It's
a
funny,
normal job, but
Because 4 out of
No.
5 days, 4 out of 5 days, Jeremy and I are probably there.
I
already.
could believe
We
you
get
weren't
around.
there. What happened?
You
I
guys
came
did
in
it
late
pretty
today.
early.
I told what I say. I was like, "Jeremy's gonna be there."
Yeah, and then I came in late today. I was like,
I think Ryan was.
I
there
think he
first.
was trying to.
There
be
you go. Wow, look
You
at
sat
that.
at your
Yeah.
I
desk.
sat in your desk. Yes. Hey, I mean that looks really good with the chef coat. Hey, dude.
yeah, you look great. You look totally normal.
Oh wait,
Like,
I'm not the chef. You got to cut something or.
There you go.
Yeah, that's.
There you go.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I love it.
now
Even in the mime, Chef Mike had the proper form. I saw the
Chef
wrist, and I
Mike
was like, "Oh my
with
god!"
the
look
swap
at that.
head needed to get hammered. That would be the equivalent.
I would never.
No, you wouldn't, but Jeremy would. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. He's chopping, and you're just like,
I do.
You gotta fit the body.
Yeah. Has there been
fit the body.
a famous drunk chef? Like that dude's wasted all the time, but he makes amazing.
Oh,
Like,
I
drunk
think
cookies.
if you
Yeah.
look up stats, it's
Isn't
a
that
little
Hannah Hart?
unfortunate how chefs, sometimes because if you are a proper chef working in restaurants, nights, weekends, holidays, and you can't stop serving people until the last guest comes in, it's just like a postal worker. The mail does not stop.
Woof.
So like,
People
if you're
gotta
having a
eat.
right? You're having a bad day, and it's 1,000 tickets on the rail there, and you're just swamped. There is nobody there to help you. You need to work yourself out of being in the weeds.
Woof.
Yeah, it is
No bueno.
rough, which is
Rude.
why I was
So I
like,
understand why they drink.
right. So like before I went to culinary school, I
Jack
was like,
Daniels
man,
was there to help you.
yeah, JD.
A little bit of wine in the dish.
Love that
a little
guy.
bit in
There
your
you
mouth.
So like going into culinary school, it's like, man, I want to open my own restaurant. This is gonna be awesome. And then it's like the amount of hours, the amount of money, and how hard it is to be successful. Then I was like, I don't want to open up my own restaurant. Because at the time, I also wanted to be a rock star.
Oh, yeah.
So nights, weekends, and holidays are show nights. I can't be slaving away in a kitchen if I want to melt faces. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're
You know what
But
I'm
you
talking
could
about?
melt faces in a kitchen, though.
You could.
Yeah,
you could.
my own.
place to
So then I got, I learned about like,
Bam.
I learned what an R&D chef was. I was like, I can cook, but have a life. What is this?
Oh my God.
And I think this
Finally
was
got to say
back in
yes
the
to
day.
ghosts.
I had a blog. It was called nerdsteak.com.
Solid.
So I had a blog, and I listed like 40 jobs if you love cooking and love food but don't want to work in a restaurant. Like you could be a supply chain person, you could be food photography, you can do all these other things if you love food and have culinary
Be a butcher.
chops.
You know who's
Absolutely.
amazing at food photography is Alec. Fucking Alec took a picture of my cupcakes.
Alec can
and they
take some
looked
good
Do you know what
amazing.
you're talking about
I
that?
was like,
Yeah.
holy shit, I'm hiring you. Thank you.
You also, to be fair, brought up because Alec, I don't know how much he cooks. I know he makes barbecue.
He does.
I don't know where that falls because cooking is like
It's a
How
big
good
it
is
could be
this
a million
barbecue?
things. It's
'Cause
very,
your-
it's
your
very
man
good.
here is
It's very good,
competition
but also we are in
barbecue.
Texas, so it's like Austin
sauce, a
specifically.
lot of beef.
There's a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
understand.
competition.
I know how this goes.
There's some fucking good dry rubs here.
Oh, absolutely.
But like Lindsay was mentioning Alex cooking, and she's like, "Hey, he makes like really good barbecue." And Chef,
does
and Chef Mike was like, "I'd destroy him."
Did I say that?
It probably wasn't as harsh, but you were like,
heavily implied.
I do competition barbecue, and
I
I'm
would
a
hope
certified
so.
judge, so I do dabble.
Well, here's what
the
I'm
thing
gonna
is,
recommend.
if you beat Alec, it'd be like, "Oh man, that's duh, Chef Mike." If Alec beat you, it'd be like, "This is bad."
I will never like I will never be the kind of guy who's like, oh, a home chef, like a home cook, because mama knows how to cook, you know what I mean? Like nobody cooks better than, let's say, grandma or whatever. I am not the kind of chef that's like, oh, you are inferior to my cooking ability, because once again, it's personal taste, personal preference.
enough.
You may have made that chili 10,000 times, and I come in like, wing it, and I just get crushed. I'm like, that it is what it is.
Fair enough,
I am very humble
Yeah,
as
I
far
really
as
just want to know
everybody
who the
knows.
drunken master is of culinary arts.
Well,
all.
that's
all I
how I
got.
would describe Alec. Like,
Most famous chefs probably have a
you-
little.
Solid.
I think Alec could make a really good one. Like just
how you
like
describe him?
unpredictable. Like if anyone was gonna just out of nowhere make something and it's like, wow, this is like insanely good for someone who isn't like totally trained in this, it'd be Alec. Because I just explained to a bunch of people the other day how he's like a freak.
Yeah.
He is kind of
he's a
like,
freak.
Yeah.
he is.
In the best way.
Like you see
I
him
love-
handle
well,
a camera, and
for
you
me.
think like, that guy's got grace under pressure. Like you wouldn't phase
He
him.
won't duck for moonballs.
Yeah,
when
he
he's
just
filming.
takes
He
it.
gets hit while he's
he gets
filming. He'll just
hit.
be like,
Yeah.
You hear, and every now and again in a video you hear, he like makes this noise. Like,
I was told no reaction to getting killed is, I believe, the rule
Yeah.
when you're playing games when you get killed.
You die.
He also
Oh,
makes
oh, before I
really
forget-
good
Before I
brisket.
forget, 1, 2,
really does.
3. All right,
There
for
it is.
sound.
Good sync,
There you
good
go.
sync.
Got
Ready?
it.
Yeah, 'cause
One,
I'm saying-
two.
just keep doing
There
it.
you go. All right.
Chef Mike nailed the gist. I'm just gonna say this one thing and be really annoying.
Yep,
Fit
I
right
got it.
in.
And callback.
Fit right in.
Callback always go 1, 2, 3.
He was like, "I watch you guys. You're awful."
yeah.
Par for the course. I would have just
Lots
do
of times
that.
in Trouble in Terrorstown or Deceit or whatever, Chef Mike would just, I'd watch his character walk up to Michael and he'd just go, "All right, Michael, who do I kill?"
Yeah. Who do you want me to
Michael
go
just
after?
think,
Right.
Who do you want me to cap?
Well, it's
Chef
kinda
Mike
We
would
what-
both have
take
the same
people out
name,
every
so
now
we're
and
a
then.
That's
team.
There
kinda
was-
what
there was a
Gmod
lot of that.
devolved into. It was you and me going, "Who do you want to kill? I'll kill them right now." And then you turned into a barrel several times.
Yeah.
You'd just be rolling around like,
so I
Spoiler.
basically,
He's a
my
barrel.
time
Chef
here
Mike's a barrel.
went,
Yeah,
went
surprise.
up like this. Like Gmod, I was like, okay, what was the next game we played?
Deceit.
Deceit.
Yeah.
Getting a little better.
Deceit
Getting
was
better.
like Chef Mike
he was
screaming,
peak Chef
Yeah.
Mike.
running around screaming with a knife.
You and Fiona backing and forthing. I was
Oh,
like,
that
So when you were
Fiona.
here, what did you play? You played Resistance, the Let's Roll today with us. You played Deceit. You played Trouble in Terrorist Town.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's all.
And,
And
he
then
played,
I was
he played off topic.
I was
no,
I was
you
also
played outside.
stolen from the.
Kidnapped.
You did a little cameo. I don't want to spoil it.
No, I
You
can't
did a
say
little
that, but
cameo.
I might
You did a little
appear
cameo
elsewhere.
somewhere
Different
else.
production, yeah.
Yeah, sure, whoever they are, I don't even know. I never even
The
heard
shadow
of them.
group.
Did you have any lines? Or
Oh yeah.
What? If
What, you're gonna take the guy and not give him
if
lines? What are you
could
nuts?
Say one line that won't
Don't.
spoil what happened. What would be the line?
You're fired. You're fired. You're fired. And then I go.
Cool. Sweet.
That's very much
That's
what I
good.
did.
That's good.
Acting.
Don't spoil, but do your entire bit.
And I was the worst actor of the group.
And
I
for
couldn't.
some
what-
context, just go ahead and tell us who you were acting against, what the production is
Yeah.
called, and where we can watch it.
When it's coming
I
out,
don't know
who's
any
the
of that
writer,
stuff.
who's the director.
I don't know any of that stuff,
Who executive produced?
but it was a lot of fun. So there.
Michael.
What's up?
I feel like you have something to say.
Yeah.
What do you have to say?
I need to say I probably need to drive home.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
It was like,
Wow.
what do you need to say?
Millie, you're
I can
driving.
tell.
That's fine.
I can tell. That has nothing to do. Yeah, that's you just bored. You want Millie to drive. Is she driving yet? No. Like a week, right?
Is this the part in the show that everybody knows
Jeremy,
you're
it's
trying to
fine.
fish about what to talk about? Is this?
No, that doesn't happen.
no,
That doesn't happen. We're just talking
Oh.
about the ad read.
Oh, gotcha.
Talking about the ad.
This is the.
That doesn't
I-
exist. What you
I
just
got
said.
a whole shit my pants story.
Oh,
I
yeah,
bought
yeah.
6
All right,
pairs
hey,
of shoes
here's what
last
we'll do.
week.
Hang on. Here's what we'll do. We'll air it out. Give them a good 10 seconds between you shitting your pants and the ad read.
Breathe.
Sometimes they don't like
Breathe.
to hear that leading
Yeah.
into it. When
Yeah,
the
that's
sponsors
a-
watch the ad, they're gonna watch the show.
No
they
way,
go to the part with
especially
the
on
ad.
this one.
Maybe they'll watch
No
10,
way.
20 seconds before. Maybe they'll watch 10, 20 seconds after. We like to space it out so they really don't know what they're getting into. You know.
So I saw this puppy earlier, and
Beautiful.
it was the cutest puppy
Gave it
that
a
I've ever
pet.
seen.
Gave it a
Biggest
pet.
dog dick you've ever seen.
Oh, see, and then Jeff
Okay,
shows
and then
up.
let's reset the clock.
Jeff really fires
Bring it
through.
around again.
Yeah.
So
20 seconds
Yeah.
can take
Our nanny's
an
dog's
hour.
dick is infected.
Can we get a picture of that
Yeah,
dog
that's
dick?
true.
Okay, reset the clock again. Hit the button.
Oh my gosh.
Did you know this episode of Off Topic is brought to you by Topps? There's big news out of the trading card industry as two iconic brands, Topps and Marvel, have teamed up to launch the digital trading card app Marvel Collect by Topps. You can collect and trade Marvel Universe digital trading cards, trade in certain cards for rarer ones, and more. The content on this app is expansive. Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, X-Men, Jessica Jones, the list goes on and on. Track your progress to complete sets. Click on a card to find out how to get your hands on one, even if it's sold out. See what users may trade you for it. In the age of we want now, the digital aspect of collecting is cool because of the timely content. Spider-Man Far From Home is just around the corner, and I'm sure there will be sets to celebrate that. And I'm not saying there's going to be Far From Home, but what I'm saying is there's going to be Far From Home. Download Marvel Collect by Topps, the digital trading card app where you collect and trade your favorite characters from across the Marvel Universe, both classic and cinematic. With fans around the world, the app is free to play and new cards are released every single day. Download now in the App Store or Google Play Store. Marvel Topps.
I was pantomiming all my
I saw
favorites.
there was a lot of Spider-Man.
A lot of Spider-Man. There's some
Jeff, I was
Wolverine,
proud.
Professor X. I was like,
That's
yeah.
X-Men. That's X-Men.
Yeah, that comes out today, right?
It's out.
Dark Phoenix.
I think it came out yesterday.
Yeah. Does anybody give a shit about those movies? now that-
Alfredo saw
No.
it. I know that. Alfredo,
You're-
Jack and Alfredo
Like
saw
Marvel,
I
MCU
will see it.
destroyed that. franchise.
kinda-
Yeah,
There.
other cameras, other cameras, other cameras. There you go.
There was, by the way, he picked up on it by the second ad read of Chef Mike just whispering and talking to Jeremy.
Yeah.
And pantomiming and a lot
Jeremy.
of yelling going on.
It's all me. Yeah.
No,
I'm the
no,
one
no,
providing.
no. I mean, you're there too, but it's definitely Jeremy.
Did-
and I feel like things are happening when the camera cut away.
I will say
Did
very
you see
clearly.
the beer come out?
That was cool.
awesome. That
Dark
was cool.
Phoenix and
Hello.
also the other new Marvel like X-Men iterations, I guess. But like I am not a fan of how I like Sophie in Game of Thrones.
Oh, you just first name basis with her?
That's cool. Yeah, we chill.
ST.
I do not like her.
Married to
as-
Jonas, bro.
I do not like her as Jean Grey. I
Okay.
don't know why. I feel like
Hey, Lindsay, fire off.
I'll be honest with you. I was
I love Famke
ambivalent.
Jensen. I thought she was great.
Let Lindsay tell you why she hates Sophie Turner
felt
as a
like
human and an actress. Go.
Dark Phoenix was shoehorned into the last movie very heavily. It was just like, oh, by the way, she's evil now. I'm like, that's
Well, that's
what?
not. She's not. Well,
No, she is a malevolent force.
That's
We
my
can
favorite
say.
nature.
right there.
Yes, yes. Now Jeff is a comic book nerd, so please refute me.
I've got Ren and
doesn't even, doesn't even have
Ren
time.
and Stimpy comics. Do you want Ren and Stimpy
No.
comics?
No.
Even Jeff goes,
Oh, so you're not.
What the hell is he talking about?
You're not really a comic book
hell
fan.
is he talking about?
I grew up collecting comic books, but as in my 40s, I no longer do.
Okay, then I won't send them to you because I don't need a big fire of comic books that I just raised.
They would be burnt. On
Yeah, I
this
would imagine.
podcast. Look at
Jeff,
this
how
crap.
do you-
shit
how do you
Mike
feel
sent
about
me.
I'm not crazy about Sophie Turner. I didn't like her. I didn't like.
like
Some,
her.
I didn't. I'm not like a fan of her in Game of Thrones.
I
or
disagree. I think
Well,
she's great in Game
here's
of
the thing.
Thrones. That's
I
great.
don't really,
Cool.
I didn't really,
fine.
I didn't really dislike Sophie Turner.
I was ambivalent towards her.
didn't like Sansa Stark more than the actress.
Yeah,
I
I'm just curious
Sansa
because it just seems like there's no enthusiasm for that franchise now, and like
Yeah.
Well, it's
that
because they're
movie just,
waiting to
feels
MCU
very
it.
yeah,
phoned
they're
in,
like,
yeah.
we're
It
on the
just
way
seems
out.
like
Yeah,
Once the Fox thing
Did
happened,
Alfredo
they were
like it?
fuck.
Did he say it was good?
I don't know. I haven't
I
talked
don't
to him.
remember.
Because I was
Yeah.
thinking about
I bet he didn't.
I was thinking about going to see it.
I
with,
bet he was like,
with
"Mm."
Millie
Yeah.
this weekend.
Well, Dark
do you wanna
Phoenix
see it
is-
I want to see Annabelle 2 with Millie, but unfortunately, the way divorce works is you divide up movies too. So
Fair enough.
Griffin gets all the
We're
Conjuring, the
seeing
Annabelle scary
Godzilla,
movies,
so-
and I get
And
all the
you get
comic book
X-Men.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get shitty X-Men.
She answered. I didn't hear what she said.
Well, Dark
Ask her
Phoenix
if she
is
wants
supposed to be a
to
huge
Do you want
thing.
to see X-Men?
She said she, yeah.
Yeah.
She do this at the same time? What's up, bro?
Yeah. She don't like that.
Also, why are
Which was
Barbara and
weird.
Blaine here? Hello. What's up, yo?
Hey!
I have to say one more thing before.
Was it Blaine wanted to say hi and he asked Barbara to come with him?
I
Is that what it
went.
was?
Vice versa.
I went to PAX East, and within 5 minutes,
for you.
people recognized
Good for
me
you.
because of you folk.
Oh yeah.
And then
They were
I
like,
went,
"Oh my God, Jeremy,
Yeah, you're Chef. Yeah,
you're
pretty
way
much.
taller than I thought."
But then I went to the Rooster Teeth.
It was
like,
the
fan
conversation was
event
over. You brought it back.
because
Right,
I
he brought
was,
it back.
you know, because nobody from obviously Achievement Hunter, you know, you guys are so busy and doing all that stuff.
We're kind of.
But I walked into this place and I never felt more like a rock star in my entire life of people like, "You're Chef Mike, you're really here." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a fan. Like, I have no legitimate association. I'm not a member of it." "Oh, can you sign this? Can you sign?" It was unbelievable.
Well, if you make it to RTX this year,
Yes.
it's gonna be that times 100.
If you make it to RTX and then run my barbecue for me,
I
you'll have
mean,
so much fun.
I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I didn't get an official
Hang on.
invite or anything.
Now,
to
from
be
our
fair,
perspective,
I officially
you liked
invite
us
you.
and we went, holy shit, Chef
I think
Mike
he's coming.
likes
No,
us.
no, no, no.
RTX soon.
Let's be clear.
Chef Mike's Twitter is Chef Mike Harris soon RTX.
Oh, is that? Oh, I don't know.
Alright.
I don't know.
You know
that
what, then?
either.
I think he's
Never
coming.
mind.
Got hacked.
Is this
Never
the
mind.
emoji soon?
Science
also?
Yes, it is the emoji.
Yeah,
soon.
emoji
I
soon.
gotta say
Science
spaces. I can't.
Duh.
I might make it. We don't know.
I used my credit
the
card
master of
points
Vam.
and my airline points to buy the flight, and I bought a regular old ticket out of Chef Mike's pocket.
There it
because
is.
That's how much I love you. So yes, I will be attending, but just as a fan to hang out, and unless you want me to barbecue.
I do.
Give him some perks. though.
Well, you gotta
gotta give him some
I
perks.
don't need Chef Mike.
What is
with
your
great power
gotta give
comes
him
great
some perks.
What is your
responsibility.
favorite thing to cook?
I like pork belly burnt ends.
Okay.
Are my jam.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I am.
Do you
pretty
make
legit.
pizza? Are you a pizza person?
I do all.
Okay, so you
I-
have a pizza oven.
Oh, dude.
Jeff's got pizza oven in his
I was
backyard.
gonna ask you guys. Yeah, I
like a
bought
big,
I bought a house and it
stone.
came with a full outdoor pizza
Oh,
oven.
we get that Caputo 00 flour.
I don't know what he's
do that
saying. He should
cold
come over. I don't know
wrap.
what he's saying.
I don't know. But
You already talked about
Caputo's
this
said
flour earlier. I remember
007
that.
pizza.
Yeah,
Is that
that
what you
is
just said?
legit. That's what the Italians use for their
I
pizza.
don't know, but
No,
what I
wait,
do
what
know
is
is
that?
that
Give him the keys to the oven.
I do know that I've started to put work into the pizza oven.
What does that
It
mean?
looks like a scary spider haven.
Is it wood? Like
So-
a wood-fired
yeah,
copper or
wood fired.
gas?
Yeah, no, it's wood. It's wood. It's like a Neapolitan
Loves it.
Yeah, that's
So
legit.
it's like 7 feet tall. and,
Here's
like-
what you do.
I
You
dream
let
of
him
that at
stay
night.
in that little shack in the backyard,
Me too.
but then his rent is he just makes pizza.
I'd be all for that. Absolutely.
There's like a string.
What do you
that
like
was
on
in
your
your backyard.
pizza?
When
Starts
did he make
cooking?
you
I'm
pizza?
assuming you like pineapple, because
I love pineapple.
I do
Yeah,
as well,
I'll eat
and
it.
everybody hates on it on a
Hawaiian?
pizza.
Paul, who here at this table does not like pineapple on their pizza? Good.
All right,
Jeremy made a
Good.
face.
So
Good.
Depends
anyway,
on what else is with it.
I started
Pepperoni and bacon.
last
That's how I
weekend
do pepperoni, bacon, pineapple.
or whenever I was in town last.
You guys want to come
Hawaii.
by or just
Ham
stand
and
there?
I started burning. I started burning wood in the pizza oven to get it ready to kill off any of the creatures that are probably living in
Yeah.
there.
Fair enough, fair enough.
So I tried to smoke out all the I smoked out all the spiders. I just
You get the spider taste.
yeah, I just burned a bunch of wood in it the other night just to clean it out. So I'm ready to cook. So we should have
Let's do it.
people. Y'all should come over one night after work or one weekend, and let's figure out how to use the pizza oven.
Fuck yeah.
Because I burned out all the spiders. I'm ready to go.
Beautiful.
Smoked spiders.
Smoked
Do you
spiders.
think
Yeah.
Blaine buys tank tops or he just rips all the sleeves off?
I don't know.
I think Blaine.
He's
If you want to
allergic
talk
to
about a
sleeves.
good-looking man, he's on the list.
I'm right here.
Blaine, you hear that?
Blaine, come here and fuck Chef Mike.
I mean,
Goodness.
at
Slip
least,
him the-
at
slip
least
him the
big
D.
spoon, little spoon. I mean, we could just cuddle. It doesn't have to be all like.
He's Little Spoon. So I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you're making it weird.
mean,
all
you
right,
can
we
trade.
can just cuddle like.
You can trade
You
off
almost
big and
climbed on
little.
top of me on the bench the other day.
I did do that. I didn't do that.
You were firing off?
I just appreciate that you like pineapple on pizza.
He was
Thank
looking
you.
very vascular that day.
You
Remember?
kept
He had
using that word.
He had
got
a lot of
it. Get the
veins ripping
veins
from his
popping.
I don't
muscles.
think I did.
I can do neck vask without
The
working out,
neckies?
but that's it.
Doing neckies?
And I can get it going.
Oh, that's the neckies.
Because I was telling you, I watched Creed 2 on the plane, so I was like,
Of course.
That's basically us.
And yeah, we're right
Yeah.
there.
You're just about there.
Yeah,
Michael
absolutely.
V. Jordan, Michael V. Jones.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a difference.
Speaking of Michael B. Jordan, Genlock.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
He's in it.
Awesome.
It's a good show.
I know. It's
Awesome
awesome.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
That's
it
him?
exists.
How
Totally.
far have you watched into Genlock? if I
One
can ask?
episode.
That's what I thought.
Speaking of Sansa Stark, her cooler little sister.
Yes. I liked the part where I
Lucy, wait.
blew up. That was awesome.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert!
happened
We're
like
talking about like,
24
damn, she's blowing up.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It happens.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
happens.
I like that we
you
did
me?
like a
Nah, you're not me.
trial
about me?
preview of the show for everyone. They showed it to Achievement Hunter and crew. They're like, tell us what you think. So they finished the episode, and the second I get like exploded, everyone turns to me, and I'm like, I'm gone.
Oh,
Like,
that just spread apart.
how dare you?
I'm almost certain that
not looking.
every character I've been in RT animation has died.
Good.
Were you in X-Ray and Bev?
No.
I feel like I should
That
have.
was, I think that was
No,
before
that was
me.
That was a
before you worked
mistake on
here.
my part.
He
I
didn't
should've
work
put you
here.
in that show.
I think that was before me.
he-
No, I
he
died in
worked here
Camp
yet.
Camp and I died in Red vs. Blue.
I was gonna ask what you're playing. You're a gamer. You play games.
I am
What are you
on the
playing?
third DLC of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I'm like 10% out. Like
So with the-
I platinum trophy the regular
webs.
game.
Yes.
What's this?
You don't like the villain in that. You're like, she's annoying. I don't like her.
fucking-
Silver.
No, Silver Sable, she's fine. It's
Oh,
fucking
Silver Sable,
Screwball.
dude.
With-
Screwball.
No,
Oh
I keep
yeah,
saying
she's
Screwball.
annoying.
It's not Screwball.
Hey
What is it?
everybody,
Speedball?
let's get
No,
views.
no, I guess it is Screwball.
She reminds me of Tiny
She's
Tina.
annoying
and I
shit.
love Tiny Tina.
Yeah,
so-
Tiny Tina.
I'm gonna get the viewers.
Yeah,
the
that's-
character.
She didn't remind me of Tiny. I could stand Screwball.
I
enough.
beat
That's the
Octopath
difference.
Traveler
You didn't like
on the
Tiny Tina?
Switch.
Wow.
That was the shit.
Yeah, and then-
did you do the ultimate boss?
Absolutely.
Dude, that guy was a cunt.
It took me forever until
You
I
had 4
realized
tries.
there's that thing where you can, when you heal somebody, it overheals them, so you have more health points, and then it was like easy peasy.
That, but you gotta fight like 10 bosses to
Yeah,
try
you do.
again. That was the shit.
Yeah, and then I'm on.
That killed me.
What else am I playing? I'm gonna play Detroit Become Human next on PS4.
Heard good things.
What did I say? it was?
Did you play God of War? You mentioned it before, yeah.
God of
Yeah.
War, the entire series has been my jam.
Nice.
I was at the Video Games Awards and I got to interview
You said
Boy.
boy.
I got to interview Boy, who looks just like
Boy.
Atreus. It's unbelievable. I got to interview Corey
That
Barlog.
kid's an
real
amazing
crisp.
actor.
Absolutely. I got to interview Corey Barlog.
I love
who
imagining how many times people have called him boy. He's like, my name's like Brian.
Yeah, right?
What's up, boy?
Everyone's like, oh, you're
he's-
Chef Mike from
he's
McDonald's? I'm like, I
loving
do other stuff. I mean, I do
Quiet,
other
Chef.
things too.
Quiet, boy.
Quiet.
But like Corey Barlog talking to him because I bother him on the internet all the time, and I wore my chef coat to that. So he's like, "Oh, you're Chef Mike," and I fangirled a lot in front of you guys, but I was like, "Oh my god, he's got that tattoo that's like right here." I'm like, "You're also a good
how
looking."
You were
old
like,
is he?
you're a snack.
Oh,
He's talking
Yeah.
about Corey.
no, he's a
about-
meal.
okay, I was like,
okay,
who's
Talking about the
He's
he's
director.
the
Yeah.
extra
Sorry,
value
sorry,
meal,
sorry.
and
talking
I'm gonna
about
order
the,
2 of
the
them.
director. He's
Wait
the
a minute.
director.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
okay.
Nice. You thought you were talking about Boy.
No.
Kid's like 10.
No, Corey Barlog is the.
Calm
the
down.
I don't put my foot down
director of it.
often, but
You got a tattoo?
God,
Chef Mike's, he's a snack rat.
God of War's been my jam from like the original
Dude,
one.
God of
so
War
I
4
played
was
the heck-
fucking
But we haven't
amazing.
talked
4.
about. So I call it Suikoden, but you call it Suikoden.
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 yeah.
Is that the
Suikoden.
proper?
No. This is just like before shit had in-game dialogue. You like voice. You know
This
what I
is
mean?
true.
You
This is
just
true.
decide how it sounds and then.
Well,
So
how do
that's
they-
another
how do they
thing
say
we
it?
It's
bonded
probably
about.
they don't. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
it's just
they haven't-
text.
Yeah, it's
Back
just
in the day,
whoever.
there used to exist a time where games were text and
I'm
there was no
aware,
one saying.
But
things.
now they have dialogue to.
I don't know. I
help
play
you.
past them.
Like the Titus and Titus argument.
It's probably Suikoden.
okay.
But
we were
I just
talking
call
Legends
it
of
Suikoden.
Dragoon. We were talking old
Suikoden.
PS1.
yeah, that
shenanigans.
was
Well, like Suicune
bizarre.
from Pokemon.
Suikoden.
What's the old? So like, I was a big Guardian Heroes fan. I don't know if you guys remember that. That's like Sega.
I wasn't a
Saturn?
Sega kid.
No.
Guardian
I had
Heroes.
Nintendo.
It's like Gunstar Heroes. I think it was made by Square, but back in the day when they were, I don't know what the real company name was.
It was Squaresoft.
Old school. Yeah.
Squaresoft, and then they combined with Enix.
I
and
go
then
I go
Square
way
Enix,
back. I got a
Square Enix.
Nintendo when I was 5 years old, so I've been playing video games my entire life.
Same.
The hard part is like you guys are in the industry, and
Not really.
Like what you guys know. Well, yeah, but what you guys know.
We're the equivalent of a basement. We just happen to have a
But
studio.
you do that. That's like your job. So my job is not video game related. As much as I would like to keep up to date on everything, it's like I have to be very knowledgeable in the food biz. So I play video games as my like get out of.
We're not knowledgeable in
It's
video
better
games.
the way you're doing it though.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
we basically have played every video game that comes out for 1 hour. You know,
It's true.
it's fucking.
I
It's,
just started Horizon last week. It was 2 years old.
I've been meaning to play. I've been meaning
it's
to buy a
fun.
PS4 to play that game because people
fun.
keep telling me
I'm
about
gonna
it.
be interested how you feel about it closer to the end of the game. It
see.
starts very, very fun.
Yeah.
What was it you played before that? What's the name of the game? Can't remember.
I played Days Gone, which I loved for PS4. Then I went back and did all the Spider-Man DLC.
Awesome.
And I did the New Game Plus to get all the trophies and shit.
Yep.
There's
Then-
more trophies added for New Game Plus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a New Game Plus and beat it on the hardest difficulty
There's the hard,
setting.
but if
So
you
gotta
play
do
the
it
hardest
twice.
difficulty, like you
On
do
New Game Plus, it's not that
hardest
hard.
difficulty. You keep everything you unlock,
Oh, okay.
and it's like super
Also,
easy.
if you do nothing but the story, it's like a couple hours.
Yeah.
You tear
That's not
through
bad,
that.
yeah.
And then I played Undertale,
Undertale, that's
finally.
Nice.
And then now I'm playing Horizon.
Yeah.
I'm on a PS4 kick. I don't
You
play a
said
lot of
Undertale
PS4.
That's
was
good.
like
Clear
good,
them off.
but
Playing,
not.
Undertale was
Yeah.
Been playing Gems of War lately.
What's that like?
Oh, that's a
Surprise.
cool one.
Lately.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Have you ever
I've been back into it.
Did you just get into that?
I just got into it. Well, I was playing Apex. For
Who
a
did
long
you
time.
say not to tell that you're playing Gems of
I don't
War?
remember. Oh, Alfred.
You rhyme with Alfred.
Why? Because
Because I want to think I'm not
Alfredo.
studying
It's just
Siege.
to practice Siege,
So it's to
right.
practice Siege.
Alfreda.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to play Siege? I'll play Siege with you.
I play
She
Siege.
only
I
plays
play
Terror.
Siege.
She
I've
only
just
plays
been.
Terror.
I was big
Terror.
into
Well,
Apex.
so did
till,
we
like,
for a couple
I got all the
years.
achievements in Apex, and then I just moved back to Gems of War.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but just today, years after we had this table, I'm obsessed with this rubber, like underneath.
Oh,
Oh, are you
It's-
holding it
yeah.
and leaning back?
the glue? No,
Yeah.
no,
No,
just
right
like
here,
just
yeah,
the
on the edge.
glue. On
I
the
fuck
edge.
with
but
I fuck with it
play with it?
sometimes.
I've never fucked with it in my life
Oh, really?
before. And this
you
whole
gotta-
episode,
You
I'm
got to
just
be careful
squeezing it.
because you'll catch yourself trying to pick up pieces.
Here's
off.
a
I'm
little-
picking it off. I don't give a shit.
I want to derail the conversation. So you
Derail
feel
the
that?
shit out
You
of it.
feel
What's
that
up?
little bit? I buy dress pants that have that
that
in the
mean?
dress pants, so when you tuck your shirt in, it does not slide
Oh,
out.
I
There's this
know.
material.
That's brilliant.
I've heard of that thing.
Yeah, I've heard of this. Yes.
Kohl's, baby. I like to. Kohl's is my store.
Is that
I use a coupon.
K-O-H-L?
Yeah, absolutely. I use Kohl's Cash and a
Yes, sir.
coupon. So Kohl's, get at me.
Yes.
You know,
sir.
Get at me.
You know what
Yeah.
game you gotta start playing again?
What?
Borderlands.
We gotta do that stream
New
at some
DLC
point.
coming out.
Yes,
At
yeah.
some point.
Borderlands.
Wait,
Either,
what?
either this weekend or
New
next weekend.
DLC for what?
Yeah.
So it leaked and then they quickly took it back down, like all the information about it. But people think it's gonna get announced at the Microsoft panel at E3, and they're gonna go new DLC. It's available now and it's free.
For what
Okay.
game?
For Borderlands
Borderlands 2,
2?
and it will
Yeah.
connect to Borderlands 3.
Wasn't a
And they
huge
hate
fan of
pre-sequel.
Borderlands 1, but Borderlands 2 was awesome.
pre-sequel.
I loved it. I loved it.
I had
We
so
gotta
much
do that
fun
stream.
playing Borderlands.
When
1.
we're
all of
like
them are
normal
great.
human beings in the office, we gotta do that stream.
We should do
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Borderlands 2.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. That was
Classic.
so much fun.
In
Borderlands 2. What class are you?
I have
all of them.
I have like 6 different characters.
Okay.
My
What
main
do you
my
enjoy
main
most?
character now is Gunzerker because
Okay.
it's broken.
See,
You can
I-
make the Gunzerker to the point where he's essentially
What
invincible.
game has a burger gun in it? Was it Apex?
A burger gun.
maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a gun that shoots burgers out.
That
of
sounds
it.
like some Saint.
It might be
Three
Borderlands.
stuff.
Sounds like a Fortnite.
The chat will let us know.
Sounds like, or like maybe Just Cause.
If we were live.
Just Cause. Easter
Oh yeah, that's right. Next week, somebody tell me what that
A week
game
from
is.
now,
Type of
watch this
burger.
episode, and then it'll come up.
It shoots cheeseburgers out
No,
of
I think
the
that
gun.
might be Borderlands.
Is
I
it
think you're
Borderlands
right. Maybe
3? It
it's
might be
3.
like-
I feel like I would
I
know
think it
about
was
Burger
3.
Gun.
I don't know.
Maybe
That sounds familiar.
The booth,
I
is the
forgot
booth
how much
gonna...
of like Saints Row 3 was a big
Burger
thing
gun.
for you
Yeah.
guys.
Dude, the booth better answer before Jeremy.
Yeah, who gets
They
it
can
first?
they can do it first.
But you're doing it though now, so.
Somebody tag me.
I
in
feel
it,
like there was
that's
a burger
That's
gun. I
Chef
think
Mike's
you're right.
class.
I just
I'm
wrote
like,
video game cheeseburger gun.
Cheeseburger gun.
Were you also a Borderlands person, Jeff, or no? Can't remember.
I played the first time really. I played it was when we did the
Previews
stream.
for that.
I had played
How
Borderlands.
long's this glue been here?
And then
I
there's-
played
and
the
then there's a
pre-sequel
bear
with
in Far
Millie.
Cry 5
No, we played the
named
pre-sequel.
Cheeseburger.
for
Oh,
Millie,
that's
right?
a great name for a
That's
bear.
a dog.
That
Oh,
makes
it's the-
complete
that's
sense.
right. That's the bear, not the dog.
Borderlands 2 was cool.
But that'll be my gun. Whatever game that is,
we
I have
just
to
gonna
buy
stare
it
at each
because it's
other?
a cheeseburger
Yes.
gun, and that's my
Does
jam.
Millie like
Unless it
come
was
on
in a
set?
trailer for Borderlands 3 and I
It might have.
missed
I think it might have been.
I think it was. Nobody knows.
Hey Millie,
a mystery.
I discovered TikTok, and I'm kind of about that now. Like it's actually kind of.
She just
cool.
went, oh.
I know she's like, ooh, I gotta stop TikTok.
Millie
now.
replied,
Ugh.
"You're fucking old."
Lindsay,
I know.
Lindsay just killed TikTok for
I know,
Millie.
I'm
That's
sorry.
cool.
I'm sorry.
Yep. Millie replied, "Aren't you almost 30?"
You're totally right. It's Borderlands 3.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
Yeah, it's the thing that I
that.
totally no, because I just
it was
didn't
in
see
the
that
trailer.
trailer. It's called the Gettelburger,
Yeah.
It
a
looks
rocket
awesome.
launcher that fires hamburgers.
It's so great.
Awesome.
It was literally made for me.
It does not
That's my jam.
go. It just like flops out. Yeah.
Do you have the McDonald's app on your phone? I just saw.
I do.
Yeah, nice.
Of course he does. What are you,
Why
nuts?
wouldn't
I do
have
too.
that?
I'm just excited.
As you know, my jam is not memorizing
Jelly.
anything. So like fighting games, I'm not good at because if like I choose another character,
love it.
there's different controls to make them do things.
Yep.
Can't do it. But like Call of Duty, where I equip a different gun that does a different thing, I could do that all day. So memorizing things, names, numbers.
Places.
That's not my job. Places,
Yeah,
correct?
just
Have
like,
I been there?
where am I?
I don't know. I don't remember. Honey, do I like this? There should be like, no, you don't like that. But I don't like
Cool.
that. My wife,
You know what
scheduling
you- what's
myself.
up?
I gotta go through my wife because she keeps the calendar because I don't know
What are you
What's
pointing
up?
at?
Me and
Jeremy?
Michael,
Jeff's ready to
I'm like,
leave. What are you pointing at?
Oh well, I was gonna say that that Gettelburger gun. You get said gun by doing a
Okay.
mission in which
Jeff's like, I'm good.
you kill a mercenary wearing a crown, who claims to be the king of burgers.
Kill him. Kill him.
Nope.
Blip,
Kill
blip,
him.
blip,
Kill
blip,
him.
blip, blip.
And then you get the burger gun.
You know what you also might like, Jeremy? You're exhibiting it right there. Some fashion.
Yeah.
You need help with your wardrobe? Stitch Fix can hook you up.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about your style, Jeremy. Before
it.
that coat, it was awful. Now
is
you
styling
finally
right
cleaned
now.
yourself up a little
Look
bit.
at him.
Jeff's styling, got some sweet shades, ready to GTFO. How do you describe your look in one word? Casual, sophisticated, classic, adventurous? That's all Jeff. Whatever you like, Stitch Fix can help you find your next favorite
Beefcake.
piece with the help of your own personal stylist. Sounds like a big deal, right? But it isn't. You go to the website, you sign up, you pick the stuff you like, you don't pick the stuff you don't like, you get matched with a personal stylist and they take care of what they send you. It's super easy. Personal style is like a fingerprint. Everyone has their own. Whatever your style, the expert stylists at Stitch Fix are ready to help you express yourself. With Stitch Fix, your personal stylist will send you clothing that makes you look your best. Stitch Fix is an online personal styling service that delivers clothing, shoes, and accessories directly to you. To get started, go to stitchfix.com/offtopic, answer some questions about your preferred style, and your personal shopper will ship you a box of clothes, shoes, and accessories. There's no commitment required, and you only pay for what you keep. Plus, the $20 styling fee is automatically applied towards anything you keep from your box. Get started today at stitchfix.com/offtopic and get an extra 25% off when you keep all the items in your box. That's stitchfix.com/offtopic for 25% off. stitchfix.com/offtopic. Fix your style.
A better way to dress.
A better way to fix your Stitch.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh no.
You're loving it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They're probably not gonna.
It's fine. They don't use that anymore anyway. That's
okay.
old. That's how that was
they do.
years
Cut
ago.
this.
No. No.
You guys are all right.
What's the new? What's the
This
new
has
one?
been the cool. That's what we're.
Yeah,
doing.
what's the new logo? or
That's,
slogan?
they haven't done that in a
we're doing.
while.
Do you still use an M? Yeah.
In the future, what's
Maybe
the next
that,
thing?
but maybe just the song.
Oh, okay. Here's all the spoilers.
What's
So,
upcoming? Yeah.
we're gonna. I'm not gonna do that. I told you. I
wanna
don't
get
want to
fired.
get fired. That's my.
Chef
That's my
Mike's
goal.
like, I
That's the
have
goal
a,
here.
I have
Not
a
to get fired.
family.
Yeah.
I have a family.
Yeah, I'd like to pay for
You
the
gonna
babies.
you get out of here? You should get out of here. You put on your glasses. That means you're
Yeah.
ready to leave.
I'm beginning the transition process.
The
to
last
not-
We're also
time, the last
bumping up
time this
against
happened,
five.
when
It's
you were
fine.
getting ready to leave, and I said, "You getting ready to leave?" You went, "No." Then you tried to smoke bomb, and Millie tripped and fell.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
That was the last time
Millie just laughed her ass
this
off,
happened.
I remember that. She fell over the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You were just no, I'm not
was
leaving. And
awesome.
then you threw a napkin, and then you ripped the shreds, and she just ate shit.
Dipshit fell down. That was great.
When Jeff stink bombed me in Achievement Hunter, that was the
That episode came out, right?
Yeah, that's
Tyler
season
messaged me
one.
about. Tyler was on me
It's
about
funny because
something.
Jack was like, I was there too. I'm like, it was all Jeff. It was all Jeff.
I do have.
stink
I do
bombing.
have a
Emotional.
thing to bring up.
Yeah.
Bring it up.
We were talking in the car about having daughters.
Yes.
I have another daughter on the way.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congrats.
Awesome.
Yes, yes.
Were you ever approached like, oh, so you're gonna try to have a son?
No.
I have
I
gotten.
get all the time.
amazed.
I've got. Oh, you're pregnant again? Well, you know what you're having? Oh yeah, I'm having a daughter. And somebody would come up to me and say,
Oh.
oh, so are you gonna try again to have a son? and I want to punch that person in the
Yeah.
neck.
right in the neck.
Yes.
It's a good
I'm
spot.
so happy.
What do you mean the neck?
Right in the neck. Like,
yeah.
what? Excuse me? You don't say congratulations first. You say
Yes.
instantly, oh, so you're going to try again for a
Oh,
son?
you're gonna try again, huh?
I get to like,
gosh,
you gotta
like,
carry
oh,
on
no.
your name. I'm like,
Oh,
Jones
no.
is good.
Well, that's what I said. I'm like,
Got a
you
couple
carry on your
billion
name.
of
Was
them.
this like medieval times? Like our tracts of land?
Yeah,
over
it is.
Like,
I'm not the last
Yeah.
Ramsey
Oh, so your
on Earth.
name, you want somebody to have your name? I'm like, you
Yeah.
are a complete
Yeah,
idiot.
well, I told you after
Yeah.
we were leaving our gynecologist's office after being pregnant with Luna.
two of them
I'm
were
like 7
leaving,
months in.
which is weird.
And, yeah, I know. And I go, oh, okay, we're
The
having a
doc
girl.
texted me the pictures. I was like,
was
this is
bizarre.
the wrong Michael.
Yeah, bizarre.
Please.
Bizarre.
This is a little much for
Goodness.
me.
My first
And
name
I
is
forwarded
Chef.
it over. Yeah.
My
Other
first
Michael.
name is Chef.
Michael and I are checking out. I'm like, hey, okay, thanks very much. She goes, oh, what are you having? A girl. Hooray. We're very excited. We're celebrating our
I
success of
spat
having
on the
a
floor.
kid alone. And she goes, don't worry. The next one you'll have is a boy. I'm like, don't worry.
Lindsay punched her
Fuck
right in the
you."
neck.
Right?
was it.
That is
So
a
mad.
neck
Right in
punchable
the face.
Are you
opportunity.
serious?
What are you having? A daughter. Ooh,
Yeah.
swing and a miss.
I know. It's like, are you serious?
God.
Like, what is this, China
Yeah.
30 years ago?
Well, same thing
Yeah.
happened in the hospital. I had just
I
delivered
gotta
Luna,
drown it in
and
a
they were
tub.
like, "You gotta try again for that boy." I'm like, "I just
Oh,
delivered
no.
a child. I just had a kid, and you're sitting here telling me I
It
have
was
to
weird.
have a
The
boy?
nurse,
Fuck you."
the nurse was like, "Gotta have that boy," and then she turned around and she started cooking her husband's dinner.
Yeah, it was
which
weird.
Was weird.
Yeah, you should have been like,
Bizarre.
so when do you want to
damn.
tell the daughters that you have that you feel that they are inferior because
Right?
you didn't have a son?
Right now.
Yeah.
You jerk face.
Yeah,
I am
Neck
so
punch.
fortunate to have another daughter. My first daughter is within 1 second of me. I'll tell you the quick story. I'll try not to cry because sometimes it happens. So my wife, pregnancy was great. Very difficult labor. 18 hours of labor.
What?
Had an episiotomy. Gentlemen, you probably
that?
don't know what that is. So look it up. You will be scared out of your mind. They, because there's a big head and it needs to come through. So they kind of make a cut to make it a little easier.
Oh,
So
shit.
we did that, and still the baby didn't want to come out. Went to emergency C-section. Then all that shenanigans happened. I walk around to go meet my baby. I look over, and there's C-section action happening. I don't recommend looking. It is intense. But I go over to meet my new daughter, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm crying the whole time. And I try to like pet her on the head, and she goes up and grabs my finger.
They're all
and
about the
doesn't let
fingers.
go. And I'm like, I'm gonna pet you on the head, and my daughter goes up and grab. Like, I
I love
melt.
you.
She was like, "I want a Big Mac."
melt. It is
Big- I want a Big Mac.
unbelievable.
She was like, she was going give me a number one.
Yeah, number one, yeah, extra, and then get me like a QP on the side and all that
Right.
stuff. But then it's like, then I tell people I'm having another
Lily's
daughter.
holding Jeff's finger right now, long distance.
Hold the
Here we go. Here we go. No.
Oh, that was a headbutt. That was a good hit.
It's not my teeth out, but I love it.
I have daddy's little girl, and it's the best
Yeah,
thing
I
ever.
feel you,
And
I
I have
feel you.
another one, and I cannot wait to meet little.
Dude, Iris
Little-
called the
little
shot.
no
in the
name.
house.
Fuck boys anyway. Gross.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Because
I don't
You gotta
want
deal
to.
with little dicks. You gotta clean the little dicks and stuff. Gross. You gotta figure out
everywhere.
When
am I
you're-
gonna circumcise it or not? I don't know.
when you're
whole
80
thing.
and you need your diaper changed, the boy ain't gonna do it. The daughters are the ones that'll take care of daddy.
Millie's not doing it.
She's not doing that. She's not gonna do that. She'll hire somebody to facilitate it at least.
One hopes.
Oh
Dude,
my God.
I didn't do
don't even
like
remember what I'm talking
promotional shit. Tyler mentioned kids are awesome, especially daughters. And I probably will ignore the promotional stuff because it's like we already did all the ad reads. That's a bunch of nonsense. Talk about changing diapers. You shit your pants. We're at the end of the whole podcast.
I shit my pants
This is the
last
best
week.
last story.
I wanted to make sure we
I
squeeze that in.
fucking thought I was done. I thought when I quit drinking, just the confluence
2019,
of
he's
doo-doo
still pooping
in my
himself.
pants was. I thought I had a good
concept of
20 years or
doo-doo in
so
my
before
pants.
like Mother Nature takes hold and I start shitting my pants for a different reason. But no, I had I have that colon disease, diverticulitis, flared up the other day.
That's a
and
tough
I
one.
went and I took like my 80th dump of the day, and
Was it like raw?
I had
It's
it was a
bad?
weird one where like.
Go into detail. Here we go. Take
Di-
us on a journey.
diverticulitis is not fun. It's not a fun disease to have.
it is
I'm
not.
sure there's many worse. But all I can say is this time it presented itself, and the worst part about diverticulitis is the pressure. It feels like you're constipated at all times, and then it when it gets bad, where the polyps are and it starts to get dangerous, is when it feels like somebody's just like stabbing you from the inside.
I'm
that's
sure
way
not
worse.
nearly as bad, but that's what I get with lactose intolerance.
Yeah.
Oh.
But what I had, this particular form was I had diverticulitis, so I had the constipation feeling, but I also had diarrhea. So I was just shitting constantly, but like no relief. It just like got worse every time. And then so I took this Mega-Do, and I was in my bathroom, and I was like, fuck.
Mega doo-doo.
I was like,
Mega
I was like, God damn, hopefully that was the last pile of dump. I gotta get some relief. So I walk out of the bathroom, and I shut the door, and I'm just walking out of the bathroom in my underwear, and to go back to bed, and I just farted, and I was like, oh, I got a little.
Whoopsie-daisy!
And then it was like an underwear expander. It was one of the ones where you just your underwear goes.
Christ.
Right? It's like when.
Give me another example.
It's like
What's
when-
another metaphor?
I'll give you another example.
Yeah,
I got another example for you right now. Thank you for asking.
like
It's
Chernobyl.
kind of, I haven't seen Chernobyl. It's like when you steal a bag of money and the money's got the ink thing on it. And
I
you
hate
open
when
it
I
up.
do that.
Yeah, and then it goes
Dude, every
right.
time I steal a bag of money, there's always the ink thing.
I was like, but the purple ink was all in my asshole. And I was like, oh. So I had to go back in and throw the underwear away.
Was it purple?
It was gross, the whole
it
thing.
black?
And then I ran out, and I don't live with Gavin anymore, so the only person in the house was Millie, so I had to run and tell her. And Millie's like, why are you telling me? It's like, you gotta tell somebody.
Oh, she was
Didn't
just
Daddy doo-doo the other day? Daddy doo-dooed on Daddy, didn't he?
Daddy
He did a
doo-doo.
Daddy doo-doo.
Oh, daddy doo-doo.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
When he's 80 and you're
Didn't
what are you gonna
daddy
be
doo-doo.
60? You're gonna change that daddy diaper. It's gonna happen.
Daddy had a bad doo-doo, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did a bad doo-doo.
That was a stinky doo-doo.
Millie's going,
Yeah.
bad daddy, no.
Very rarely.
No,
good
we
sons.
use the toilet.
Yes, mostly daughters. Yeah,
Jesus
for sure.
Christ.
Shit my
Daddy,
fucking
no more
pants.
pooping in the pants, okay?
Jeffy did a boom boom.
I thought it was over. I thought it was done.
God.
You're never done.
Not.
That poop's got a hold of you.
Wow.
Which throws my whole future in turmoil because I thought one constant would be like, well, at least I don't have to worry about shitting my pants anymore. Sucks that I don't get to get drunk all the time like you idiots, but at least I have with sobriety I have clean underwear. But no, that's not the case. The universe has decided to take that from me.
Somebody fired over there?
No, it's
What's
a fart,
that?
It's a
Sound
fart
effects?
noise.
Yeah.
They played a
What
fart
kind
noise.
of fart was that? That was like a. Yeah.
Oh.
there you go.
That was
Prominent fart.
I like how much that tickled Jeff.
Like Chef Mike's like, did someone fart?
Did I hear? Was that?
Hey, Tyler was beating me down. Let's see, promotional,
All right.
RTX. It's a thing.
Theater
Go,
mode.
We talked
go
about
see
it.
whatever.
Chef Mike's cooking
The
at the-
rave at RTX. I guess that's the thing.
Gives
Go
a
rave
shit.
out, go nuts.
Lindsay just
Theater
played footsie.
mode.
Sorry,
Theater mode live. There's a couple of seats left. That's a separate ticket. Theater mode live. So
No, Theater Mode Live sold out, I think.
I thought it was.
Did it?
it's just a few
Almost.
seats left, dude.
I was told
Some of them
last
died.
week it
They
was
lied
sold
to you.
out.
Somebody died. Seats opened
Oh,
up.
Theater Mode. I'm sorry, AH Live sold out. Yeah,
So
Theater
I
Mode.
said theater mode.
What are we watching for Theater Mode Live?
A movie.
We're watching Terra Firma.
Okay.
Theater mode live,
Big
separate tickets,
big
right?
trauma film.
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to go to see Theater Mode Live, we'll watch a really bad movie, but you get to see us shit on it, and Jeff maybe shit himself.
It's possible.
He might make a doo-doo. Millie will be there to change him probably. There's a fart noise.
Right.
Go get tickets Theater Mode. AH Live is sold out. That was the very next sentence
Yeah.
there. I don't know why he's telling me, because you can't get a ticket.
Don't
Maybe scalpers.
buy a ticket to AH Live.
And we've got a new Theater Mode episode. When's this come out? Is it today? Next week?
Yeah, next week.
Next
so
week?
today.
Troma's War. We just watched that.
Oh, yeah.
Who was that? Me, you.
It was 4 of us, I think. I think Matt Bragg.
Ryan?
No,
No,
Ryan
Ryan
was
was
in the
on
one
this one.
before
Was it Ryan?
that.
Must be
Yeah,
Ryan.
Ryan.
Yeah, it was Ryan because Stupid he couldn't say Paramount.
Right.
Was that
That
episode?
movie,
Yes, we keep going over this.
Troma's War, was 11 hours long.
That was a promo for Theater Mode Live, but then
Right.
we watched.
It
Okay,
was
built it
like
before
Gone
War,
with
okay.
the Wind meets Dr. Zhivago
Yeah,
meets
but-
War and Peace.
but-
It got
I'll tell you-
very close to being one of those movies that's way too long.
I know
I'll tell you
all
this,
those
though.
movies. No, thank you.
Airborne.
Airborne!
We had that.
we did have
That was cool.
Were
Do
you
we have
in
a clip?
Poltergeist? Yeah, we did. Right?
I was in
You were.
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist
Yeah,
was
sorry.
awesome. That just
I
came
missed
out, right?
Poltergeist.
That was
Poltergeist
fucking
came out
nuts.
last week.
That was
yeah.
me,
Poltergeist
Jeremy,
was nuts.
Yeah.
Jack and Jeff.
I just fucking said I was in
I
it.
can't listen
Yeah.
to you.
You gotta- what,
and
you
choose
gotta
not
plug
to.
something?
Yes. So, the new McDonald's headquarters is on Harpo Studios' old lot, which is where Oprah filmed.
Shit, that place haunted.
It is haunted. I tried to get you guys to come do Achievement Hunter.
I did a ghost tour
over
there once. Yeah,
Have
You
Yeah.
did do a ghost tour?
Have you had ghost
years ago.
Does Oprah haunt it to this day?
My neighbor who worked for Oprah
Is a ghost.
He was yeah.
Oh my
that's
God.
right. He was he actually has a Oscar or whatever they win for that. No,
We don't know. What is it?
Emmy.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
has an
Emmy.
Emmy for editing or whatever, and he's like, I gave him a tour of the office, and he's like, where you sit is where it's haunted. He's like, I have
cool.
seen
Just throwing
like,
us an idea.
the shenanigans.
The Haunted
there.
Mac.
Ghost
McBoo.
My idea was like, you guys are doing a Haunter episode, and like you walk around, and then you walk into the kitchen, and I'm there just cooking burgers like at midnight.
Oh, Chef Mike!
You're like,
In his
why are you
underwear.
here? And I'm like, why are you here? And I go, you guys want some burgers? And you're like,
Fuck yeah.
I do some cooking in an
yeah,
episode.
we'll have
in
some
an episode.
burgers.
That's
And then
all.
just
And
like
there was a Big
Avengers
Mac
in
in
the
that
end,
episode.
you're just kind of
Mine
just
threw
like,
it on
There was a Big
yeah,
Mac in
you
the
guys
Haunter.
wasted.
That's what I said to you guys.
Very
Right,
upset.
I wasn't there.
Well, you know,
I
because
wanted
you're-
it, and I
that's
still
true.
ate part
Michael
of
still
it.
ate it off the floor.
Did.
Hey, let's show that clip for Troma's War.
Hit it.
Apparently, or something.
Chiang Kai-shek and Idi Amin?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, just want to make sure.
And it looked at different races of people in his group as they
Yeah.
said it.
You guys missed Mask Guy.
No, he's been around. Mask Guy's been
They
behind
just
the
showed a freak man. He looked like what's his name? Mankind.
He looked like
Oh,
Mankind.
I saw that.
I don't know what was going on there.
He's like when the little kid had the gun to the priest's head. Mask Guy's in the back.
I missed him then because he startled me now.
Kill yourself.
What?
Brutal. It's like all the Achievement Hunter comments.
That was so you even dragged Matt into that. He wasn't even in that theater mode.
Oh, no!
Holy
Fuck!
shit!
This is my seat now. Everybody, this is my seat now. You're gone.
Dude, you're the
can't do
literally
that.
bigger, better Jeremy.
You don't talk bad about it. No matter what you no.
The thing about
I'm
theater
with you,
mode, which
Chef
is really
Mike. Yeah,
funny,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
can't,
Right?
I
You
never
just- You
appreciate,
just ignore that.
is it's hell to sit through it and watch it. So I'll never,
just laughing.
I'll never watch another episode.
Dennis said, "Can you come to my desk?" And I walked over, and he just plays that clip, and I said yes, and walked away.
Tyler is elated.
The thing about theater mode, and I only see this at theater mode live because they edit that.
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
Watch it. But like we do theater mode, and I would the last thing I would rather burn in hell than
Then watch
watch
a theater
an
mode.
episode of theater
Yeah.
mode. But there's so much funny shit they edit in. The audience really gets the best.
They get a much
the
better
best
version of the
product.
show than we do.
They cut stuff sometimes. It's just like it's a fucking a
I got
testament
a
of
question.
patience.
How long did it take to find those comments?
Seconds.
Oh, yeah, like 5 minutes maybe.
Okay, 5 minutes is a long
They were
time.
busy typing
To
them.
be fair.
Hey, that's like a minute longer
Fire
than it
Matt
used
and
to be.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. I could find a Lindsay "fuck you" comment in like 2 seconds. So, all right.
fuck you.
Okay.
I get blamed for everything that happens at my job. So
That's true,
I know
actually.
you guys like might get a couple comments in
Oh,
there.
Jeff, Mike, I
but
went to the
there's
drive-thru
millions of
today and it
people
took
who blame
forever.
me.
Oh my God! I went to a McDonald's yesterday, and I went right after.
Tell him.
Tell me.
Right after we went to dinner.
What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
After you
Listen.
had a extra raise.
It's like
Listen.
super
How are you
expensive
losing
steak
weight?
dinner.
Listen, we were
throws up.
driving home. All right, Kat was in a separate car, and like, so we're going home.
How were you in a
and
separate car? Did you come back to the office?
We came back to the office. She got her
You
car.
definitely left in one car.
We did. So then we came back to the office. We left. She's driving home. And I'm like, I'm gonna swing by McDonald's and I'm gonna get one of those goddamn stroopwafel McFlurries.
That she kept talking
Like,
about it.
I just really wanted to have one. And I go over to a McDonald's near my house and I go in and I'm like, listen, do you guys have this stroopwafel McFlurry? Like, I'm hearing about this thing. I just want this. And they're like, oh, we do. And I was like, oh yeah. And they're like, yeah, but the ice cream machine's broken. And I was
Of course.
The
it
ice cream
always
machine is always
It always
broken.
is. Yeah. Chef might just have to
What
say
the
anything.
fuck,
It's true.
man?
It's true.
I can't believe you
and
robbed
he
him.
He stood there waiting for me to give the rest of my order, and I went, okay, goodbye. And then I left. And I went home, and Kat said, where are you? And I
making
just
it up?
texted,
That's not a true
I
thing.
wrote sad.
That's
Didn't happen.
not a true thing.
Nope.
I reject
I don't
that
believe it.
reality.
Nope.
What else? What else is on the stroop waffle? Because the ice
It
cream
is
probably
caramel and a stroop waffle.
You could have
like
just got the
crumbles
caramel
in it.
Ooh.
Could you be like,
No, I couldn't have ice cream.
No, but I mean, just drink it. Like, can you just give me what you have, and I'll just eat it.
Do
with
you
a
have
spoon?
stroop waffles?
Do you have just caramel?
I have not.
I
I
can
don't
just
even
eat it.
understand what you're saying right now. Didn't happen. You're lying. Just like in all the games we played, you just lie.
He's a liar.
And it makes me
He's a liar.
upset.
I lie, but Alfredo's a liar too, and now that's starting to butt heads.
I'll send you a
Because now-
case of Stroop Waffle McFlurry,
Yeah.
and hopefully it makes it here.
You're the best liar for
gonna be
sure.
wet.
But Alfredo
It'll
is
be
a close
wet.
second.
It'd be a wet Stroop
wet
Waffle
sack.
McFlurry.
And then you can mix it with flour and make mixed strufel waffle
Right.
Bread.
Yeah.
Somebody should get a McFlurry and make with the flour and make the bread out of it. That
If
would
only
be
one of us had the
amazing.
legal authority to do
Hang on.
that.
McFlurry bread.
He's got the
Open
code.
it up.
You got the code now.
You
That's-
can
I'm a
do it.
chef.
Yes, you are.
Whoa.
Bring me.
No.
No, I hate you guys. You found mean comments.
A surprising,
You slandered his good name.
a surprising liar is Fiona. She lies
Yeah.
very well.
Yes,
I'm
she
like,
did.
But she gets very aggressive.
She's
Yeah,
angry.
she does.
But
I
she's
saw
very
her.
angry.
It's New York. You're
I
a New
saw her
Yorker.
drink a blood bag in what game were we playing?
Deceit.
Deceit. I literally watched it, and then I'm like, "Did you really?" And she's like, "No, I didn't."
She was like, "I'll
"I believe
fucking
you.
kill you."
I
And you're like,
believe
"Okay,
you.
she didn't
Okay."
drink it."
And then I went
She was
away,
like,
and she was the bad guy.
Michael pointed out very compelling evidence against Fiona one time, and
She lost it.
She
And-
lost
and
it.
she kept denying it, and I was just screaming at her.
I love it.
It was funny. That was a real good video.
that was a great video.
I love when Fiona turns to me.
Fiona and I
she's
had some
like,
good times
should
in
fuck
that
shit up."
video.
I'm like, do it.
You say it to everybody.
Yeah.
Someone asking Lindsay, "Should I fuck shit up?" is just like wanting an excuse to push the nuclear launch
Yeah.
button,
Right.
and she'll always say
Oh, if I
yes.
were president, I'd be like, yup.
Yeah. Jeff's got a call. He's looking at his watch. It's AT&T. We should wrap this up.
We probably
risk.
should.
It's
All right, let's do it.
spam
5:15.
risk.
Do it.
We started late though, to be fair. So
be
we're
fair.
about 2.5
I
hours.
searched McFlurry bread.
Chef Mike, thanks for joining us.
I gotta tell you, once again, it has been my absolute pleasure. I cannot thank you guys enough.
you.
I
Thank
cannot
you.
thank the Rooster Teeth and Achievement Hunter fans for making
Just say
me.
Achievement Hunter.
Well, yeah.
Just say Achievement
Is
Hunter.
But there's
real?
other.
Is this real?
Can you not in the middle of his wrap up?
I cannot.
I'm sorry, were you trying to give us a
I
heartfelt
need this.
response?
Right, yeah, I was trying to be like,
Lindsay showed him Twix ice
because
cream.
I'm a super nice
I
gentleman.
got my foot stuck in the chair.
I cannot thank all your fans enough for making me feel like a rock star,
Your
like
fans.
a part of your shenanigans. It has been absolutely my pleasure, 100%. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Chef Mike.
No,
Good chef and a nice guy.
Mike.
Yeah!
Loudest one cheering for himself.
Yeah, I cheer for myself all the
You
time.
think Steve Ballmer, give it up for me!
Give it up for Chef Mike!
All right.
Developers!
Oh, yeah.
Roll it.
See, I always go for a high five with Jeff.
Nope.
And it never happens.